Welcome to another episode of the Banner Report podcast, starring Cody Adams and Steve Crowley. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Banner Report podcast. Back to your regularly scheduled programming with me, Cody Adams, and him,
Steve Crowley.
How are you, Steve? How you doing?
It's another day in paradise. Real fucking rainy out.
Yeah, it's a crappy weekend.
It's a monsoon out right now.
We promise you guys we do every other odd game. We didn't hold up to that, but we're giving you Gm.4 tonight, which is April 23rd of 2023. The Hawks took the game on Friday. They sort of went off. They went nuclear. I don't think it was so much what the Celtics couldn't do or weren't doing. I mean, their defense wasn't great, but we'll talk about it. But the Hawks just went nuclear and they couldn't miss. But yeah, anyways, we're reeling off that. The Celtics, they're 7.5-point favorites tonight on the road. So what do you think about this game coming up?
I do not. Well, if the Hawks are going to continue to play the way they've been playing, it's going to be a tough one.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, their bench went nuclear last game. I don't see that happening again.
No.
Although Sadiq Bey, for whatever reason, hates our guts and likes to play like a top 20 player against us.
Yeah, Sadiq Bey might be the best player in the world when he plays the Celtics.
It's no matter what team he's on, too, whether it's Detroit. I know he got traded to Golden State for like 2 seconds, or the Hawks. He really hates us. But yeah, so I picked the Celtics to cover at -7. I think this is a big game. This is a big statement game for the Celtics. You need to really nut up here and show the rest of the league that you are not to be trifled with. You cannot let these lowly Hawks team bully you and shoot you out of a game. You have to really show them what's tough defense and grind them out inside and all that. And I think the Celtics can do that, and I think they're going to do that tonight. So that's my action. I also like the Tatum points over at 29.5. Tatum tends to have really good bounce back games, I think.
It wasn't like he had a bad game either. Like he had 29, 10, and 6 or something like that. Like it's not even a bad game. I know that he's an MVP, was an MVP candidate for most of the year, and that's not like MVP numbers, but it's still really good numbers. I would say even close to great numbers.
Yeah. Speaking of good numbers, I also have Dejounte Murray's point over at 21.5. Dejounte Murray, sorry. Steve, what's your action?
I got a couple different slips. I got one fun, one of a real weird one that I'll read off. I'm slow as shit today. I tell you what, it's one of those days.
It has been one. It is a lazy Sunday.
Yeah, I got the single digit special. I got the Jason Tatum more than half a block. I got John Collins more than half a block. I got DeAndre Hunter less than half the steal. Clint Capella less than half a steal, and Derek White more than a half a steal. So I got the single digit special. Interesting
slip you have there, and of course those are all parlayed. I will break that down in the video editing. But your picks are parlayed, mine are not. I picked Dejounte Murray. Obviously, I just said Tatum has huge bounce back games, and I think he's the best player in the series. Obviously, skill wise, and he can go for. He scored 29 last game, so I think he could in the loss. So I imagine he's going to nut up here and put the team on his back to another convincing win at -7 points. So they are rolling right now. It is 9-3 Celtics. They look like they're playing with a little bit of fire in their belly. And the Dejounte Murray, he's been the second best. He's the best player on the Hawks, but he might be the second best player in the series.
Third, probably.
Well, not in terms of talent, but the way he's playing, I think he's been second best.
Even in this series, I think he's probably third or fourth. He's had one good game out of the 3 that we've played.
No, he's had 3 good games. He's averaging 26 points, 6 and 8.
Is he really getting that much?
Yeah, he's playing unreal.
He's been quiet because the rest of the team's been really bad, so he's just been doing it on losing efforts.
Yeah, he showed up every game.
Second, third, I'd probably put Derek White up there ahead of him still.
That's a tough one.
But Derek White didn't put up much in the last game.
I think Derek White probably played. I don't know. Yeah, Derek White had a bit of a stinker last on Friday, But I was gonna like Tatum. I don't think he's played like the best player in the series. I think Derek White has outplayed him, at least in the first two games.
It's just been matchup based, really. Ooh, Derek White almost just had the steal I needed already. I got a secondary slip too that I have. Oh, John Collins already hit his higher on the blocks, so that was pretty
Nice.
sweet. Got one down, four to go. My
It's nice.
secondary slip.
You got a whole goddamn quarter, 4 quarters left.
My secondary slip. I got Brown over 25.5
Yep.
points. I got Sadiq Bey over 1.5 threes made. I feel like that's a lock.
Over how
Uh,
many threes?
1.5.
Two. So he has it too. Yeah.
So I've just got to hit two. I think that's pretty much a lock for him to hit two in the game. I got Trae Young under 6.5 free throws made. They just have not been blowing the whistle this series like at all.
At
Nobody's really
all.
shooting free throws. The Celtics playing really good defense, so I feel like him getting the line. You have to get the line at least 7 times, and I don't think he's going to get the line 7 times tonight.
Is Scott Foster on this, or is this what
No,
is
he
his
got
name?
Zarba.
Zach Zarba.
He got Zarba, which is another one of those ones. It's
Uh-oh.
kind of.
Tatum looks like he just got hurt.
And then I got Tatum over 29.5 too. So I got the Jays going off. Sadiq Bey hitting a couple of threes, and Trae Young not hitting free throws. I hit that slip earlier. That was pretty nice.
I was crushing the UFC yesterday, and then I bet all the winning. I put 10 down. I wrote it throughout all the prelims. I had like $50, and I put it on the main card, Curtis Blades, and of course he gets knocked out in the first round. I was like, "Fuck!" But
That's
it was
a fun
all
way
right.
to do it, though.
Yeah, I was
You just start
riding it.
betting a buck or two on every single prelim, and then whatever you win, you put it on the main. I like that.
It wasn't even just like fighters to win. It was like fighters to win certain ways, or like the fight's not going to make it the distance. And I hit on a few of those. But I was like, screw it. Well, let's make this good night into a great night. And then unfortunately, the other guy, Pavlovich, had other ideas and KO'd him. But it is a fun way to bet a UFC card. But yeah, I threw $10 on the spread. So
$10 on a 7. What you got it 7.5, or you got it 7?
I took it at 7. It wasn't. It was moving up throughout the course of the day. I got it at 7.
That's not bad to get it at 7.
Yeah, I mean, what's more likely to be the trend here? The Celtics win by double digits again, or the Hawks bench shoots fucking 100% for 42 points.
Out of the ball. Yeah, I get that for sure. Yeah, so I had a nice slip. I had a fucking Mitchell Robinson over a half an assist. He finished with 1. That was pretty sweet.
Over under a half assist.
Yeah.
So he just has to get
I was
one.
like, at some point he's got to pass like Jalen Brunson or something for an assist. Like, I got to do a dribble handoff into a bucket or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was right. He did it 1 time exactly. So under half a 3 for Draymond Green. He hit 1 where his foot was on the line.
Nice.
That went 0 for 2. So I was like, yep. I had over on Steph Curry at 30.5 points. He ended up with 32. And I had lower Julius Randle, 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. And boy, did he put up a fucking stinker.
He's had an awful series, but it turns out not to matter. But that is nice. What'd you win?
Got $50 on it. I put down $5 for 50.
You love the underdog. You know you can just do straight up bets, or do you just like the player props?
I like to do the player props.
You can also do that on an actual sports book, not underdog.
Yeah,
Not that it matters. Not that it matters.
sign up for it. I don't know. I'm worried about putting my money in too many places and then just running out of money. Just being like, oh, I'll just put a little bit more here, a little bit more there.
Yeah, if you just gotta be responsible. It's easier said than done, I know, but yeah. So speaking of which, while we're at a little bit of a break, let's look at the rest of the playoffs. Any takeaways from the rest of the series?
For the rest of the playoff series?
Yeah, what's your big storyline for one of the series?
Bucks look very beatable when Giannis isn't on the court.
Really?
I know like it's a whole game, so You
You
know, he's
know,
not going to miss whole games usually, but
yeah.
I mean, you got to figure that at some point the guy's going to have to sit down during any singular game, and they just look terrible when he's not. Like they're giving up 30 something points a game to Jimmy Butler, shooting like 60% from the field. I know Jimmy Butler's a playoff gamer and he's going to go get his, but
Yeah.
you were supposed to be a really good defense, and now all of a sudden you're missing one guy, and teams are just doing whatever they want to.
Well, the
It was the
inexcusable
worst
part is
offense.
that the Heat are missing two of their better guys, and Tyler Harrows
Yeah,
and Victor Oladipo is now done for the year with a torn patella tendon, I think, or something like
yeah,
that.
Vitaly, and that was terrible to see.
Yeah, it's
Victor
awful. The guy's just been
Oladipo, a
bit.
really good guy.
He's just had
It's
awful injury luck.
yeah, and it was in a
Yeah.
blowout too, which is the worst part.
But regardless, Miami leads that series 2-1. You know, as a Celtics fan, you love to see that. At this point, I don't know who I'd rather. I mean, obviously, the answer is the Heat without Harrow and goddamn Victor Oladipo. Like, who would you rather play? But I don't know. Something about Jimmy Butler and Kyle Lowry's kind of back a little bit, you know, and
Playing
making it
well.
and mucking up the series a little bit. You know, that makes me a little bit nervous.
I don't like
Um,
seeing Kyle Lowry on the floor at the same time as the Celtics.
yeah, no.
Like screaming somebody's gonna get injured.
Yeah, Giannis has is injured. I think it's a pretty serious injury too, considering
Yeah.
he hasn't come back from what, 2 games.
hmm I mean, it might. It's a little. It's probably. I don't know whether it's serious. I mean, missing 2 games is a lot, especially in the playoffs. But you are playing the 8 seed, so it might have just been more being cautious and being like, "All right, we're playing the 8 seed. I think we can deal with not having Giannis.
Yeah, well, I mean,
Like, let's
that's
not
proven not
force
the
it if we
case.
don't have to." Like, I think if he was, I think if they were playing the Celtics right now and he had the same injury, I think he'd probably be playing.
Yeah, I don't think he'd miss a game. I think he'd be back in that game.
Yeah. Well, maybe not
Um,
that game, but
I don't know, man. You're like you're saying, it's not the Heat you're playing where you're like, oh, I think we can drop a game or two and we'll be all right. The Celtics are probably favorites to beat you in a series, so you can't afford to drop a single game if that's
yeah,
the case. But you're right. Who cares? That's not the point. We're not doing that. Regardless, I do like to see that it's the Heat are bidding a little bit and making it a very tough series for them. They're going to be a little bit tired,
yep.
at a minimum.
Okay.
But so are the Celtics if they can't put the Hawks away.
Yeah. There we go, D White.
And speaking of putting teams away, the 76ers swept the Nets, so they are ready for the Celtics. They're licking their chops, but fortunately, again for the Celtics, we catch a little bit of a break with Joel Embiid spraining his knee.
Is that what the final diagnosis was on it?
Yeah, yeah, but I think they said he'll be ready for the series, but you know that's gonna
Oh, I saw some said that Doc Rivers said he was 50-50 to play the series.
to even play the series at all. That's ridiculous.
Might have been. I'm gonna look in. I'll look at it
I
right
think it
now.
was to start the series. There's no way he has to play. They're gonna lose.
They're gonna lose regardless, but
Well, they have a better chance if he plays. You know what I'm saying? I think it's probably 50-50 to start, which is, again, dumb because you need every single game because you're probably going to be the underdogs in that series.
yeah, you're in trouble. Yeah, Doc Rivers said he's unsure. Embiid's going to be ready for the start of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Says probably 50% at best. Except for the start of the Eastern Conference semifinals, we could miss a game or two.
Well, that's good news for the Celtics. Um,
Also, even if
but
Joel Embiid plays, I'm not scared of the Sixers. You know what Joel Embiid's numbers are against the Nets in the 3 games he played? He's
no,
getting 20
not great.
points, 11 boards, and 4 assists, and averaging 5 turnovers a game.
But they're winning.
It's the Nets. Like, yeah, you should
I
be winning
know.
against the Nets. He's
Yeah, I
shooting
know.
12.5% from 3 for the
But
season.
it's not like they lost a game. You know, I don't think it was particularly close at all.
No, but I mean, like, if the Nets are giving him problems like that, like, what's he going to do with the Celtics?
Yeah, I
Like,
mean,
if
that's
Nick
the
Claxton
Sixers.
is giving you the business, like, what are you going to do when Horford and Rob Williams are out there?
Nick Claxton's a good defender.
Not
But
bad, but,
he's not as good as Rob Williams, but
or Al.
he's still pretty good. Yeah, no, like that. They do two different things.
in a
Nick
matchup
Claxton kind of
against
does
Embiid,
both.
in a matchup against Embiid, I think that Al's a better fit to cover Embiid than Claxton is. I don't think Claxton got the strength and the girth to be covering a behemoth on the block like Joel Embiid. Girth.
um,
You need a girthy boy for Joel Embiid, you know.
Regardless, I don't think they have the Tyrese Maxey has been like the unsung hero of the Sixers. He's balling out, and I think the Celtics have the people, the horses to make him not as big of a factor at least.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so
And Harden's not beating anybody on the Celtics off the dribble.
and not anymore at least.
He's not going to give you any problems.
He's clearly busted up too. So the Sixers, the gauntlet is laid, folks. The Celtics have, if they can stay healthy, if they can breeze by this Hawks team, I really like your chances of making it all the way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The teams are just banged up. Everybody's getting dinged up a little bit, and unfortunately,
Which
not the Celtics.
I hate to see it. If I want to watch the Celtics, I want to watch them beat the best.
I don't care.
It's
As long as I get the banner.
You know, if every starter on every team was injured the whole way through the playoffs, in 10 years, nobody's going to remember that. They're just going to remember the banner. But I do like seeing them beat the best so that teams don't have excuses.
As long as we get that one.
Get that number right there.
I don't care how we get it. Listen, the Lakers are hanging their number 17 up from the bubble. Yeah. Nobody cares about that.
They also claim all the titles from Minneapolis too.
Yeah,
frauds, bunch of frauds.
Exactly. So, Sadiq Bey, your boy's checking in.
Oh man, you know, what would be a fun little thing.
What?
Is if we could put up the bets on the screen.
Oh, while we're live?
Yeah, I'll get like a whiteboard or something like that. That would be cool.
That's a good idea.
I'll get a little fucking whiteboard and I'll put it up next to me or something like that. I'll figure out some way to do it, and we'll keep marking them off as they go.
I'm sure I can figure. Yeah, I'll have to. Well, folks, we're game shop. We're fucking workshopping here, but
talking shop, baby.
I'm sure there's like an app I can put on. I could do like a live ticker on the thing if I need to, but I have to look into it. Also, last week's episode with Jacob, I thought it was really good. Jacob was great. Unfortunately, I don't know why the 3 screens fucking why they make everything smaller. But hopefully this, when I edit it, will be normal.
Yeah. Shout out to Big J Little Cup over there.
Great time. We want him on the show, but he's unfortunately busy with real life, which stinks.
Yeah, that's part of it. Yeah, we haven't gotten our big sponsorship from all the beer companies and betting companies yet, so it's on the way. You know, we're writing up our contracts with them right now. You know, pretty soon.
Shout out to Pigeon Cove Kombucha from fucking Gloucester, Mass.
It's not working good, boy.
Fuck.
Big kombucha guy.
Yeah, I used to be at least. I don't know really what it fucking does for me, but it's good.
It's all about gut health, I heard. It's like a probiotic.
Yeah, it like helps your gut health, but I don't know. It's just something that's carbonated. It is alcoholic.
Yeah, technically, yeah.
I mean, it's not. It's the levels are technically mean it's not alcoholic, but it does contain an elevated level of alcohol.
Weird.
Because it's fermented nonsense. They do have alcoholic kombuchas too.
I feel like that's like counteractive. Like,
how does that make any sense?
Guts, and then
alcohol kills bacteria.
Yeah, and kombucha is bacteria. Yeah. So I don't know. Well, I mean, wine's just fermented fruit, so I guess you ferment the kombucha a little bit longer.
Does wine help your gut bacteria? I never heard that.
I don't know, but I'm just saying because like kombucha isn't it just fermented fruits kind of?
I think so.
And then that's wine too, so
yeah. So is beer.
We got yeast and shit in beer too.
Yeah, yeast is just a bacteria.
Yeah, but I don't think they put yeast in wine. I don't know.
I don't know either.
Talking shop, talking wine on the banner report.
The Celtics are what, up 10 points, 24, 13, 11, 24. Nope, they're up 8 now, 24-16.
Yo, they're 8 behind.
Um
Holy shit.
yeah, DeJounte just hit his free throws.
Yeah, I'm a little way ahead, you know. That's the cable.
Malcolm Brogdon for 3. Celtics are hitting everything. I like to see that.
Yeah, they're really getting inside too when they want to. Yeah, we just went cold in the second half of that game. They said that the Hawks had 44 points. They shot 8 of 10 from three, and they shot like 9 of 10 from the free throw line or something like that.
Yeah, they had a absolutely ridiculous game.
The first time in NBA history a bench has done that in the playoffs.
It took a Herculean effort, and this final score ended up being like a 10-point lead, or a 9-point lead. But the game was a lot
Oh,
closer than that up until the last minute.
yeah. And the game always ends up being a little bit farther apart because then you get into the free throw shooting contest at the end. So
I mean, Tatum missed a wide open 3 to tie the game up at the end there.
don't hate that shot either, though.
No, of course not. Take it.
Catch and shoot
You're
three. Some people were talking about, oh, he should have drove it. He had the lane, but it's like you're not going to get a catch and shoot three like that. That's that open.
Although technically, I guess there would be, right, because he's not a great 3-point shooter
No, but
statistically.
that game he was shooting the ball well. And whether a guy's statistically a good 3-point shooter or not, as long as he's close to average, giving him an open shot is a good shot.
I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, I didn't. I thought that was a clean look. Just missed it.
Andre Drummond shooting the three because he's open. It's not Joel Embiid shooting the three because he's open. He's shooting 12.5% from three. Wow.
Damn, that's how impressive Joel Embiid's season's been. He's like led the league in scoring, and he can't even shoot the 3 ball.
Well, that's just this series. He's shooting 12.5%. I don't know
Oh,
for the year. He's probably shooting pretty well. But I'm just saying, defensively, what the Nets are doing to him and giving him problems like that, the Celtics are going to be like way harder for him to
you
do
say that
anything
the
to.
Nets gave him. He was still getting 20 points,
Yeah,
and
he's getting
averaging a
20,
double
but
double.
he was averaging 30 in the regular season, and the Nets just threw some doubles at him, and he was turning the ball over 5 times.
And they still swept
Yeah,
like that. I don't know. It can't
they
be all
played.
bad.
They played 3 of the games. He didn't play one of the game, and they still beat them. So that's how bad the Nets were. Let's be real. The Nets should not have been a 6 seed. But that's the
Yeah,
way they
they
were constructed. If they didn't have Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving for like the first half of the year, they wouldn't have been in the playoffs. They would have been tanking trying to get a Victor Wembanyama.
It's probably right.
Like I think
Although,
the
I
Nets
mean,
team is worse than the Hawks. I think that Nets team is worse than the whoever the hell who's the 8 seed in the Heat.
the
I think they're
Heat.
worse than the Heat. Like the Heat had the worst offense in the league. What the fuck was that?
Trae Young missing free throws. We love to see that.
Yes, we do love to see that. I like that it was made free throws. I like that it wasn't just taking free throws.
Wait, what's your bet on him?
Under 6.5 made free throws. I think. Oh, double check that right now.
Jalen Johnson looks like goddamn. He looks like fucking Sideshow Bob from The Simpsons. Oh,
Yeah, under 6.5 free throws made for Trae Young.
what does he have? One?
He's got one now. Yep. Tatum's at 11 already in the first quarter. So
11 points.
uh-huh.
Yeah, I was about to say 11 free throws. What the fuck? When did I miss that?
Yeah, he's getting the superstar whistles. What he's getting.
The refs, I do appreciate that they've swallowed the whistles a lot.
Yeah, let the boys
Although
play.
it's very funny when it's like when it's like a close game and your team's losing, you're like, that's a foul, blow the fucking whistle. And then and like on the other end it'll be equally a big a hack and you're like, good no call. Good no call.
Great no call. Yeah, swallow the whistle. Let the boys play. Playoff basketball. So we had some big news since last time. We got the Draymond stomp gate.
Yeah. I mean he stomped well, let's just give the breakdown of the series. It's all notched up. They just finished their game. The Warriors took one at home, so the series is tied 2-2. Um
Close game too. Really good game
yeah.
there. So every time the Warriors hit a couple shots, the Kings answer right off the bat like a they played like a veteran team. They didn't just jack up the first shot they saw. They ran their offense, got a good shot, and answered.
Yeah. But what was it, game two? Yeah, it was because it was in
Yeah,
Sacramento.
yeah,
Um, Sacramento giving the Warriors the business, and Draymond, as he does in typical Draymond fashion, to muck up the game. Um, Whatever it is, I don't know if you how you think it is, but he Domas was trying to box him out, and I think he like fell down, but he kind of like hooked his leg, and the ball was already getting thrown out on the fast break, right? And Draymond's foot was caught up in Domas, and he took his foot and stomped on Domas's ribs, and then like continued to run towards the ball. Immediately got ejected,
yep,
stands up in the crowd and like screams "fuck you" at him. It's a big show, big debacle. Anyways, he ends up getting suspended for the next game. Um, and he came off the bench in this game,
yep.
the last game, game four. What is your
Yep.
take on it?
Um, I mean, I see a lot of people say, "Oh, what are you supposed to do? You're supposed to get your leg free." But like, he stomped on him. Like, he used him as a trampoline.
Yeah, it was
That was kind of
ridiculous.
it was pretty ridiculous. And then people are like, "Oh, well, you shouldn't use his past actions against him." But it's like, what are you supposed to do? Like the guys kicked guys in the dick in the playoffs, got suspended for it, punched guys in the groin. Like he's a repeat offender. Like the first news you heard about him this year was punching his teammate in the face. Like it's who he is, and you just if it was somebody else, it wouldn't be a suspension, but because it's Draymond, it is. And like I can't I can't argue with that. You know, if you're Draymond, you know the microscope's on you. You know what's gonna happen, and you just
Yeah.
did it anyways.
Well, listen, I mean, I think the Warriors didn't have a gripe up until when Joel, was it 2 games ago? Joel Embiid kicked somebody right in the
Right.
nut bag
Yeah, kick Claxton right in the bag,
and
and
didn't
they
get a
just didn't do anything.
suspension because it was Joel Embiid.
Yep.
His was way more. His was like a lot more egregious, I think, than Draymond's. Maybe that, maybe not. I don't know. I think kicks to the nuts are a lot more egregious than whatever the hell Draymond was doing.
Yeah.
And also in the same game, what did Harden do? He got ejected for something, right? Was it an
Yeah.
elbow to the face?
He had a guy on his hip. I can't remember who it was, and extended the arm out to push him off so he can get a little bit more separation. And
Hmm.
it looked like he swung at his groin too and connected, and they ejected him for it. So it was kind of like, well, how is that an ejection? That looks closer to a basketball move than
Whatever Joel Embiid was doing.
kicking him because Claxton stepped over him. You know, like I don't understand the thought process by the officials on that one. It looks like they went over 2 on that one.
Well, yeah, I mean, one is because it's the MVP of the league, or going to be soon, Joel Embiid versus James Harden, and the other one is because like it just seems like it's all being called on reputation basis.
Yeah,
That's all they're
which
using because Draymond's is not as egregious as Joel's was. Harden's was the least egregious of the three,
yeah,
and he's only easy. I mean,
yeah. And Harden like never gets ejected. Like Harden's only been
no.
ejected like 2 or 3 times in his career. So I don't know. It's weird. It's very strange the way the NBA is being officiated. Doesn't look great for him
They still have they have an official problem, like an officiating problem for sure.
for sure.
And the Celtics lead the Atlanta Hawks 35-25 at the end of the first quarter. Tatum missing a buzzer beater shot. Looked like he was arguing with the ref there. He got pushed or something.
Yeah, it looks like they
But
got him on the arm.
what's your take on the first quarter?
It's not bad. I mean, it's the first quarter. You can't really take too much away from the first quarter of an NBA game. You got a 10 point lead going into the second. 35 points in the quarter. That's not too bad. Looks like we're getting what we want on offense. Defensively, we're making them work. It looks like not giving up the second chance points. I like to see that. They had a lot of second chance points in game 3. That's another tough one. But that's what the Hawks do. That's what they're great at. They're one of the best offensive rebounding teams in the league. So that's one thing that you got to watch out for with them.
It's kind of been a issue with the Celtics all season. They let up offensive boards a lot.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, when you have Al and Ralph on the floor, we're like the first ranked defensive rebounding team. And when we have Al on the floor, we're in like the fifth or sixth best defensive rebounding rate. But it just seems like every time that we do give up an offensive rebound, it's a bucket. So I feel like it looks more egregious than it is.
Well, it's like the whole NBA, and there is like a interesting debate on it. Do rebounds matter as much as they used to? And like there is the style of, or the belief where like having the entire team try to crash for the boards, get the defensive boards, and limit the offensive rebounds by the other team is bad practice, because if the other team is crashing and you have two guys or whoever's closest trying to get the board, and you have the rest of the guys going out on the break, at least, like, who cares? Like, that's pretty much an automatic 2 points going the other way. It's better for your offense to not have everybody crash for the defensive board.
Yeah.
So I feel like, I still think it matters. I still think rebounding matters. Maybe that's because that's my game when I play basketball, is I just try to get the rebounds and pass it to the offensive players. But, I don't know, when games are decided by a few points, like, maybe if you crash the boards one extra time and limited the offensive board, you would have won. It's like,
you got to gang rebound in the playoffs. Like, I know that like a lot of times you want to get out and run on teams, but a team like the Hawks is like, no, they're going to try and crash so hard that you need to make sure you secure that rebound before you get out.
yeah. DeJounte Murray has he's averaging
out.
like 7 rebounds a game.
Yeah.
DeJounte Murray in the series.
He's good. He's a good rebounder. Or he's a good rebounding guard. He really gets in there after it.
Yeah, I mean, he's a tall guard. I have no doubt he's probably very good at it. But like, he is a shooting guard. You know what I'm saying? Like that, dude. Come on.
I mean, look at some of the guys around the league that have been good rebounders. Like, look at Rondo. When Rondo was playing, he was getting 6 or 7 a game at one point.
Yeah, DeJounte Murray and Rajon Rondo are not the same type of guys.
No, DeJounte Murray's bigger, but and also
Rondo's better and wasn't a shooter.
Yeah, but I mean, it's like it all depends on your mindset. I think more than anything. I mean, your best the round mound of rebound. Charles Barkley was only like 6'9".
I mean, I'm just saying, like DeJounte can get 7 rebounds probably whenever he wants because he's that good of a player. He's tall. He should not be getting it against the Celtics, who are a lot big. The Celtics are just a bigger team.
No, for sure. I'm with you on that one. You really got to rebound better than that. But you got to figure a few of those rebounds are going to be defensive rebounds. If you
he's hustling.
2 or 3 offensive rebounds again, that'd be different. But like defensive rebounds, like we're not crashing. We've never crashed offensive rebounds, particularly.
First quarter stats: the Celtics out rebounded the Hawks 19-9, and that's a 10-point game.
It's also rebounding. They say, if you win the rebounding battle, you win the game. It's like, yeah, most of the time that's because the other team missed more than you made.
Yeah,
there's more rebounds for you to get than there were for them to get. So it's like, yeah, you probably won if you're out rebounding.
Good rebound talk on that one.
Yeah, rebound talk. Oh my God, Malcolm Brogdon. Get the kid in the gym to shoot fucking layups. Holy shnikes.
Hold on, I'm about to see what he's saying. Folks, I'm waiting in anticipation. It's a terrible shot. Marcus Smart for 3. Bang, a rang. Speaking, I didn't see anything. What did Malcolm Brogdon do?
You'll see. You're going to see. It's going to be great. I'm watching Sadiq Bey shoot free throws when he should have been shooting threes.
Okay, Malcolm Brogdon smokes a layup. Fuck.
With nobody near him, bro.
Cherry pick.
Fast break alone.
Oh, that sucks. That looks like me out there.
I can do that, and nobody's paying me. And then the next play, he's going to go drive past a guy for a layup, like contested, and just make it no problem. Like, what are we doing?
Something that happened in between our last shows. Malcolm Brogdon, the winner of the first annual John Havlicek 6th Man of the Year award.
Yeah, first time it's been named the John Havlicek Award, obviously.
The Hondo Award.
But it's great. It's cool to see a Celtic be the first one to win it.
Yeah, I wonder if that factored into the calculus at all.
No,
I mean, he pretty much destroyed everybody at the field. Like he won like 68% of the vote.
It was him and Quickly, but yeah, he had a lot more votes than everybody else.
Yeah, it went Brogdon, Quickly, and Bobby Portis for the Bucks.
Mike Boy's been really good this year too.
Yeah. No, he's a guy I don't like to see on the other side of the ball. He's just a tough fucking guy.
Real tough, a lot of energy.
Hmm.
He gets his nose in there every game. But he had that one game winner on offensive rebound against us in the playoffs. That was a
I don't
fucking
remember.
killer. Yeah, I'm talking about rebounding, winning games.
I
That
don't
won a
remember
playoff
this.
game.
Last year.
Yeah,
Why don't I
it
remember
was
this? What the fuck?
game 2 or 3, I think, of the series, and coming out of free throws, guy missed a free throw, and he went in there and got an offensive rebound and put it in, got an and one. And that put them up by 2, I think, at the time, and we just couldn't come back. That was like the end of the fourth. Yeah, it was
Unfortunately for
not
you,
great.
Steve, Sadiq Bey missing 3-pointers.
Yeah, come on, Sadiq. I don't think either one of these two parlays I have is going to hit, but that's fine because I got $50 in the other one, so I'm just playing with funny money now.
Yeah. Yep. So Brogdon won it, well deserved. Congratulations.
Yep.
Love to see that. Other awards: Sharon Jackson, Triple J, won the Depoy.
Yep. Another well deserved. He's been great this year. Who's second in that one? Who was
I don't
everybody else
remember.
was on that one? It was Brooke. It was Brooke Lopez. I think was the second.
Where did Mobley finish?
I don't know who. I don't know what. I shouldn't say second. I should say who was the other guy that was up for it.
The
I don't know
runner-up,
where they all finished. It was Mobley, him, and
Brooke.
Lopez.
And then
And I
Mike
think
Brown
Triple
won
J should have
Coach
won
of
that
the Year.
one. I think Triple J should have definitely won that one out of those three. I think Brooke's great. I think he's probably the best rim defender in the league, but um, just can't really guard anything outside of the rim. You put him out there on an island, he's kind of just he's a dinosaur.
Well, it's another thing where it's like he's not even the best defender on his own team. How can he win the award?
Yeah, but he is the one that they rely on the most on that. They don't rely on Giannis's defense. They don't rely on Drew's defense as much. They rely on him to protect the paint so they can be aggressive on the perimeter.
I feel like they rely on Giannis to be like that hang back guy a lot, hanging back and play
When
kind of
Brooks
center
on the
field out
court,
there.
yeah. If when
They
Brooks
played
not
at the
on the
same
court, he
time.
plays the same. But when Brooks on the court, that Giannis is just on the perimeter, and they say, "Hey, you can be aggressive as you want. If you get blown by, you got Brook back there."
My argument against it is that Giannis is the guy. He's the rim protector, the center fielder, and Brook is is like the ancillary rim defender. He's
The
like he's
secondary.
the cleanup. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I could see that.
And then obviously Drew is like one of the best, if not the best guard defender in the NBA besides, well, I can't even say Marcus Smart because he sucked this year.
Yeah, he
Um,
showed a lot of injuries. He just could not get right.
yeah, no, I mean, when Marcus, we'll see. Who knows if he can, if he's getting older. Uh, and a lot of his game relies on quickness. I mean, so does Drew. Drew's older than both of them, and he.
Yeah, it's just health. That's all it is. Drew stays healthy a lot. Marcus Smart gets banged up a lot.
Yeah, he mucks it up.
Yeah, he mucks it up. He's
Um,
always on the floor. Drew, I think, is built a little sturdier than Marcus is.
is
I
he?
feel
You
like.
think? I
I
think
think he's
Marcus
a little
Smart's
bit.
about as fucking jacked as possible to be, for his size.
I just think like he's just built wider than Smart is. Like Smart got the muscle, but I think Drew just got the just beefcakes. Beefcakes holiday over there.
Yep, I'm gonna make something. I'm gonna post a funny picture for that one. Post it.
Fucking. Then you got Coach of the Year was Mike Brown, obviously well deserved with what the Kings did this year. Like,
Yeah, that was the easiest one. That's probably the easiest award.
I mean, you could have made an argument for Missoula, but I
Yeah, of
still would have
course.
put Brown. I still would have put Brown above him. The Kings
Yeah,
were not supposed to be where they were,
yeah, agreed.
and they're really fun to watch in the playoffs too. They really have a shot to beat the Warriors in the playoffs.
We're sneaky, big Kings fans right now.
Yeah, I love
I
watching
just,
the Warriors lose.
I just want, well, one, yeah, I want the Warriors to lose, but two, I also want them dead. Like I want them out of the playoffs. I don't want them to like hang around, and I just don't want them hanging around. Get them
Yeah, I
out.
mean the West is really just a crapshoot. It's like, yeah, whatever team plays well that night is going to win that game because none of them are dominant over there. I mean, you could
Yeah,
say
the
the
West
Nuggets
is.
are dominant, but their defense is just so bad.
Yeah, so the Nuggets are up 3-0 on the Timberwolves. That seems like it's a, no, a series is over. The Timberwolves just don't have the horses to even be in the playoffs, really.
Yeah, Timberwolves are just bad.
I mean, Rudy Gobert. That's going to be the trade. One of the worst trades of all time.
Yeah.
Considering what is it? 4 first-round picks and Walker Kessler.
No, Mark Kessler was one of the picks.
Okay.
That's why they keep saying he was part of that trade. I think was it D'Lo in that trade too.
No, he never played for the Jazz.
No, no. Some it was a couple players too because you had to make the salaries match too. Let me look it up right now. That's why we have. Um,
I thought it was like straight up picks.
oh, you have to match the salary too, and Rudy Gobert is a max player.
Timberwolves didn't have any salary. They had Karl Anthony Towns salary. That's it. Anthony Edwards is on his rookie deal.
5 players and 5 picks.
5 players.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I can't even think of who was on that.
Malik Beasley, Pat Beverly,
Oh,
Leandro
fuck.
Bolmaro, which I never even knew was a person. Walker Kessler was part of that trade, you're right. He was in the 2022 draft, not that draft. Jared Vanderbilt, and then 5 first-round picks. So you got Jared Vanderbilt, Walker Kessler,
Wow.
Pat Beverly, and Malik Beasley.
Who would have thought that Rudy Gobert is like the easily like the third best player in that deal? You think he's probably the first.
So it's funny looking at the at the trade summary because it's like Timberwolves receiving it's just Rudy Gobert. And that's Jazz receiving it's like a fucking laundry list of shit. It's like yeah, the one thing that the Timberwolves received was probably the worst thing out of all of those.
Yeah, he just sucks. He's just not good. I mean, he's older now. I think we're a little bit removed from when he was like the fucking terror at the rim that he used to be.
Yeah, he's a decent rim protector, but like he doesn't fit on that team. You already have Karl Anthony Towns. You just turned Karl Anthony Towns into a jump shooter, which I know he's like one of the best 3-point shooters in the league for a big man, but like you still need a guy that can go down there and get a bucket. But if Gobert's down there, he's just clogging up the paint and can't do anything. He's like Clint Capella. And then you've just traded 5 guys and 5 first-round picks and then gave him a max contract for $30 million a year. Like,
I could see the vision with that. Like you free up Cat to do other things.
Yeah, but you freed up Cat to shoot mid-range jumpers and threes because you can't do anything in the paint anymore. Gobert's a rim runner. That's it. Like he can't post. He can't shoot.
Yeah, I mean, well, why can it works with the Celtics without Horford and Robert Williams?
The difference is that you have Horford that can shoot from everywhere on the floor, and when you play him and Rob together, you just take their big and you just swap it out for whoever's covering Al. And then you spread Al out to the corner, and then Rob's in your dunker spot running pick and roll. But you don't have the scoring on the Timberwolves to do that.
They just need that. What they need is Cat and Anthony Edwards to just be more consistent scorers.
Yeah, well, the problem is Cat being Cat is inconsistent.
Yeah, that sucks. That's not.
He's
Yeah,
not a
that's
consistent player. He's never been.
that's an issue. That's probably their issue, the issue. And Anthony Edwards is just going to develop a little bit more. I think he's a
He's
special
still
talent.
young. He's young. He's freaky good for how young he is.
But they're not ready yet.
It should work the same as the Celtics, but not with Rudy Gobert, where like Rob's a freaky lob threat too, and Rob can also pass from the high post, and you can run your offense to the high post with him, like in like a Draymond Green kind of way. But you can't do that with Rudy Gobert. Like
I mean, Rudy Gobert's a legit 7-footer.
Yeah, he either catches the ball in the dunker spot, or he's useless on offense. He's just standing in the way. Like, there's a reason why Donovan Mitchell didn't pass to him.
I mean, they still were pretty good with just those two
The Jazz?
for many years. I mean, they never won anything, but they were still pretty good.
No, but they built well around him too.
But yeah, regardless, they're about to make an early exit. Probably the next. I thought the Hawks were going to be a sweep, but obviously their bench had other plans. But it's probably going to be. Obviously, the Nets got swept. Minnesota's probably going to get swept. That's the only sweeps left.
Yeah, surprisingly, only 2 sweeps in the first round.
I mean, the Hawks should be a sweep. Should have been.
Hawks. Well, I mean,
they just shot a historical bench percentage.
Yeah, that's what happens. I figured something like that was gonna happen. The Hawks gonna get a free yacht from three. Like they're a good enough offensive team to steal a game, but the Heat should have been a sweep for the Bucks, regardless of a Giannis injury or not.
What's the most surprising series so far?
Um, I don't know. Maybe the Lakers and the Grizzlies. The Lakers just take a 3-1 lead over the Grizzlies last night.
They're leading 2-1. You think that's surprising?
Up 2-1. Well, yeah, with no Morant for 2 games.
Well, we played last game. Didn't matter much.
Yeah, he had 45. It was wild. That's how bad the rest of the Grizzlies are.
Yeah, I don't. That's why I'm not surprised. I mean,
But the Grizzlies are a 2 seed or something like that, aren't they? Or the
yeah,
3
but
seed?
they're so banged up.
They are. Yeah, they're very bad. We
No,
talked about
no
that.
Clark,
No
no
Adams
Adams. John Morant's hands like definitely broken, and
in some kind of way.
it doesn't matter. I mean, he's still baller, but it don't matter. And
Yeah,
I mean, listen, on the other side, Anthony Davis and LeBron James are still like
it's still
they're
LeBron James and Anthony
maybe
Davis.
maybe two of the best, maybe one of the best 1-2 punches in the playoffs.
I think it's definitely up there when they're healthy.
I mean, who's better?
They,
Tatum and Brown obviously is probably one.
yeah, that's probably the best in the league right now. And
Murray and
then
Jokic.
Murray and Jokic is probably 2.
And then I don't really think there's a 1-2 punch in Milwaukee. I think it's just a one punch.
That's one really big
Durant
punch.
and Booker, obviously. That might be one.
Yeah, they've been playing unbelievable
It's
too.
just unfortunate that that's literally the only thing they have.
Yeah, I mean they're losing games to the Clippers, and the Clippers don't want to play. Like,
Kawhi Leonard, yeah. So let's talk about it. The Clippers. Phoenix is leading the Clippers 3-1. So that series is about over. Kawhi Leonard set up what 3 games in a row?
2 now. He played
Two.
the first 2 games. He had like 38 in one of them. He had 31 in another.
Yeah,
Like
he's the best
playing
player in the
all
series.
playing first team all defense on Kevin Durant, stripping him, making his life hard. Russell Westbrook doing a great job making hustle plays and everything, and they're
He's
playing
still
great.
playing well.
And yeah, Russell Westbrook since Kawhi went out was playing even better. And like Kawhi over here said he strained his knee, I
He
think, or something
sprained
like
his
that.
knee. Yeah.
Um, I don't know. I'm not about saying that telling players to play through things, but at this point in Kawhi's career, like you made the playoffs again, and you're just sitting again, and you sat the whole regular season basically
Well, yeah.
for the
Not only
playoffs
that,
to now sit in the playoffs.
you drew first blood. Like you
Yeah,
had you have a chance. Like you won the game on the road. Like
yeah, you stole one on the road. That was the big thing. Can you steal one on the road? That's how you win a series. And they stole the first on the road, split in Phoenix, came home, and he just hasn't played.
I think it's probably something it's probably worse than a sprained knee. I don't know. Maybe like I can't imagine it's
If
just
it was
like
worse than a sprained knee, it would have been reported as worse. That way, because Kawhi knows that he has this reputation of being a guy that sits. So if he did something worse than spraining his knee, it would have been reported, hey, he has a tear or something like that, so that nobody can say, oh, he should have played.
but what's the winning scenario for him sitting here and it's just a sprain?
There is no winning scenario if it's just a sprain. That's what I'm saying. Like,
So that wouldn't he want it like that's why I'm thinking wouldn't he want it to be like want it to be out there that it's worse than it is?
I just don't think he wants to play.
Ah, dude, I don't know. That's such a hard belief. Maybe.
I mean, what has he done? What has he shown us over the last 4 years? What has he
He's
shown us?
still really he's
Like,
when he plays, he's
demanded
one of
out
the
of
best players in the
Toronto.
NBA.
He demanded out of Toronto and said the Clippers got to get Paul George. You want me to re-sign over there? They went out and traded everything to get Paul George. Made this big rebuild to try and build around the two of them, and now he's sitting out with a sprained knee.
Yeah, I just don't think if it I don't know, maybe he has just the worst people around him. Like being like,
Yeah, I
"Hey,
don't know.
that who cares? Do whatever you want." Like, dude, no, like you're tarnishing your reputation, you know?
Yeah,
But
I mean, I don't know. It's weird. It's a weird spot to be in because I'm never a guy who's saying you should play through injury. If an athlete says they're injured, then they're probably injured. But
I'm sneaky on the it has to be worse than it is.
I mean, if it gets reported as being worse than it is afterwards, I think that's a bad look for the Clippers organization.
I mean, a sprained knee is hard, no matter what it like,
Yeah.
no matter what. base minimum. So like,
Baseline that's bad, but uh, I don't know. It's not great. It's not a great look. If it's worse than a sprained knee and the Clippers said it was just a sprained knee, then that's a bad look on them because they're just making Kawhi look bad for not playing through something.
can I tell you what? As a Celtics fan, I am glad that the Clippers are looking like they're going to get knocked out. I was sneaky worried about the Clippers. Like if the way Kawhi was playing, they're getting
Yeah,
Paul George back. They just have dudes. Like that team is full of
they
guys
got
that
wings.
can just ball.
They got wings, and that matches up well with us.
Exactly. And Russell
And,
Westbrook
and they
plays
got
with the
Russell
fire of a
Westbrook
thousand
too.
suns.
Well, he doesn't hate the Celtics, so he only plays with the force of 2,500 Suns.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Like he's just a fucking cannonball, who could win you a game, as we saw the other night, or last week, with his
Trae Young free
offensive
throws.
energy.
Moving
So
on.
yeah, I'm glad the Clippers are getting knocked out. The Lakers, if they can make it, that's another team I would hate to see on the other end of a
I would love
finals.
to see the Lakers in the finals. Oh my god, I would love to see the Lakers in the finals. That would be
Why?
so much fun. Lakers Celtics finals again.
And no, it wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to see LeBron James is going to muster up enough strength to fucking for a 7-game series. He's going to muster it up, especially if it's the finals.
Yeah,
And
you think AD is? Because I don't.
well, he's
I think AD's
he's
gonna
stayed
have one
healthy
bad
so
game in the
far.
finals, and he's gonna shit his pants for the rest of the finals.
This AD like slander, it's been true for the season, but he's had a great playoffs. Like he's balling out.
He had a game where didn't he have a game where he shot like 2 of 11 in the play-in game or something. What a terrible offensive
Besides that
possession.
game, every my point's correct if you exclude that game.
Yeah, like
Still, I don't know. I just feel like he'd be the best. He's the best big on the floor with Al Horford and Rob Williams.
yeah, he's probably the best one on the floor when he wants to play.
And is Tatum the best wing on the floor if LeBron James is on the floor?
No, but he's second, and it's really close.
Is Marcus Smart the best point guard on the floor? D'Angelo Russell's on the floor?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean,
By
yeah,
a
I
long
think
shot.
D'Angelo Russell
D'Angelo
sucks at
Russell.
defense,
D'Angelo
but he can
doesn't
score.
play defense.
He can score 30 points whenever he wants.
And yeah, Smart has a 20-point game in him at some point, like with all NBA defense.
Listen, the Celtics have the best amalgamation of parts, a better like group of
Yeah,
parts than the
Jaylen
Lakers.
Brown, too.
But the Lakers have the best parts in that series. I just don't. I want them out. I want them knocked out of the playoffs.
I would love the Lakers. I want to beat LeBron. That would be so much fun.
I mean, listen. In order to be the man, you got to beat the man.
They're not going to make it out of the West, anyways. I don't think they don't have a bench. Tatum needs to stop settling.
They sneaky kind of have a bench.
Rui
Hachimura, Jared Vanderbilt, Malik Beasley, Dennis Schroeder.
Those guys scare me in the playoffs. That's for sure.
Dennis Schroeder revenge game. I'll be
Jason Tatum block. Is that Jason Tatum block we just got?
whatever minimum amount of hair I have left on the crown will be ripped out of my skull if we play the Lakers and we go down in the series. I tell you what.
Well, the Celtics just decided to stop playing.
Tatum chucking a three.
The Lakers matchup in the finals that we don't know if is going to happen or not.
Well, yeah, I tell you what, if the Celtics keep playing like this, they ain't making it.
No. Get something going to the rim.
That's a Tatum block, right? Has to be. I mean, it was a foul, but if it's not a called foul, it's a block. Oh, you just got swatted back, too.
Thank you, Rob. Finally, Smart and Rob. Come on.
Celtics up 53-49 with 3 minutes left. I think the Hawks are on a 9-0 run.
That was a big block, too, by them. John Collins with the second block of the night. I made a big second half for this one to hit, I tell you what.
Oh, my God. Al has been missing threes lately. I don't like it. He's been coming up short on them.
Rob's doesn't miss free throws. I like that, Rob.
Yeah, he's pretty good from like close range.
Got that little mid-range jumper he pulls out once in a while, which I like.
Good feed by Smart with the and one bucket to Rob Will.
Yeah, you got to get something going to the hoop.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, when the three stop falling, that team just continues to shoot the ball, and like they're just slumped. They need to. I don't know. When the shot's not falling, I would like them to be more aggressive and take it inside because that just sets up more open looks.
Yeah.
But
It's not like we can't score inside on them. We had over 60 points a game in the first two games, so inside against them.
I mean, you have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown. They should never be a time where you can't score inside.
Mm-hmm.
You should be able to set them up on a pick and roll, like full speed to the hoop.
No, we're trying to hack a Capella. Thank God I don't have Capella under free throws made. I'm on Celtics. Blow this thing up to a 10-point lead before the half. That's a bad shot that Jason Tatum will hit anyways, because goddamn, it's Jason Tatum.
Steve live commentary. I guess Jason Tatum hits a bad three.
Oh my God, John Collins, thank you. That made me feel better about myself.
But
Oh, that's that good defense right there, baby.
it's a long two. It's a bad shot, but he hit it.
You are so far behind me. Holy shit. You watching on TikTok live over here or what? Like,
Well, don't worry. I'm just catching up to your fucking live commentary. John Collins sucks. I see why they want him gone.
every year it's like we're gonna trade John Collins, we're gonna trade John Collins, we're gonna trade John Collins. Oh, we didn't trade John Collins. We just signed him again to an extension.
It's great defense, Jalen.
Oh no.
I just think that he has a good skill set. He just like he never performs to what he should be good at. Like he's freaky athletic. He's long and tall, and you can shoot kind of like.
Yeah, he's a decent shooter. Yeah, like I don't know if they just don't use him right or if he just isn't consistent.
I think it's probably the latter.
Yeah,
I don't think he's
you're
consistent.
playing a team with Trey Young, so it's like you're not going to have the ball in your hand much.
But he shouldn't. I don't think he should.
Well, even like the best teams, like even if they have a guy who's way better than everybody else, the ball still moves.
Yeah,
Like
definitely.
Steph Curry is a Hall of Famer. He's a top probably 10 player to ever play the game. But you see the way the Warriors play, the ball's not in Steph Curry's hand the whole game. The ball's popping around and moving, and it ends up back in his hand.
Well,
Because,
Draymond's like a zilch on offense, and he like always touches the ball every possession.
yeah. So it's like you see the way the best teams play, like the Spurs.
And that's sneaky. That's sneaky. Like what is Draymond Green a Hall of Famer? Yes or no?
Yeah.
I think so. I don't think it's even close to a debate.
I can see the debate because the numbers are not good other than the Depoy and the
The rings probably, and also he was a triple threat guy. Triple double guy for a long time.
yeah. I mean, like a lot of those numbers are a little bit Jesus Christ, this game is getting sloppy. All those numbers are inflated because you're playing on the Warriors too. Like
Yeah,
I
but
could
he
end up
was
with
the
5
guy.
assists a game playing with Klay Thompson and Steph Curry, but he is a really good passer and he does organize that offense and that plays a lot better when he's on the floor. So he does a lot
Yeah.
of things that you just don't see. A lot of intangibles. Like he might make that first pass, and that second pass is a wide open three because he set it up that way. So he doesn't get the assist for the wide open three, but he set it up for that three. You know what I
That
mean?
Warriors dynasty does not happen if not for Draymond.
No, the Warriors dynasty also does not happen. The Warriors dynasty is also better if Draymond Green doesn't get suspended in the finals.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, well,
There
it's
it
like
is.
that. You live by him and you die by him, right? Like it doesn't happen without him, but he will like kick somebody in the nuts and then get him like cost you the finals against LeBron. Like that's ultimately going to be his story. Is that he's just a guy he got muddy. You love to hate him. Like he's a great villain. I think he's a great villain.
Yeah, he might be the
Um,
best heel in basketball.
he's still doing it despite being like even way worse of a player.
Oh, he's still so good defensively though. Sometimes,
Yeah.
sometimes you see like sparks. Like I saw him, he picked somebody's pocket today on the Kings while they were driving down the lane, just absolutely clean. Just absolutely just popped it on one side, grabbed it on the other side, and got him out on a fast break for a Curry three.
Yeah, he's the best defender on like that team.
That team is when that team like when it clicks, it's like wow. I just don't think that they can consistently do it for 4 quarters or 4 rounds of the playoffs. I think they're just getting too old for it.
Yeah, I agree. I think. What do you think happens this offseason with them?
They're gonna re-sign everybody just because of the new CBA, and they don't have any money to sign anybody else.
You think they're gonna bring back Draymond?
I think they, I think they could. Really think that they should. To be honest, like give them the 3 year deal, and ride it out for whatever he's worth, and after that, you don't sign him again. By then, Clay's gonna be old enough that you can say, "Hey, we're not signing you again." And then you say, "Hey, Curry, thanks for the titles. Here's an extra 25-year, $250 million contract to never leave us." Like,
Bill Simmons floated it out here. He's like if they do get knocked out of the playoffs, which it's yet to be seen, they just won. So if they get knocked out in the first round, it's pretty much a disaster scenario. What's the like what? Who says no faster? And this is how he framed it. Who says no faster?
Yeah,
Trading Steph Curry to the Hornets for the first round, like first overall pick for Wembanyama, basically. Who says no faster?
the Hornets.
You think so?
Yeah, because I mean, like, you got to think about it from an organizational standpoint. Of Steph Curry's, like I said earlier, a top 10 player all time, and he's not winning anything by himself, and the Hornets are not built to win anything.
But they
They're not
become a
built.
lot better, and they have a lot of capital
They
to
do. They've
spend.
been better, but at the same time, like we said earlier, that Warriors dynasty happens because of like a guy like Draymond who's in there doing the dirty work and moving the ball, and you got Clay off the ball, and you got all these other pieces like Wiggins and Harrison Barnes stepping up on the wing. Like, who do the fucking Hornets have? Like, do you think he's swinging that ball to LaMelo, and you think he's gonna get it back afterwards? Like, the second best player is gonna should be in jail for beating his girlfriend. Like, what are we talking
Oh
about
yeah,
here?
he's coming back. He's only getting like a 30-game suspension. What
Yeah,
are we reviewing
like
here? This is clearly a foul, right? He stepped on his
they're,
landing zone.
they're reviewing if it's a flagrant,
Oh,
if it's a reckless closeout or a flagrant one. Um,
oh, it's Zach Sarver, so you know it's in good hands. Fuck.
yeah. So I mean, I think that they would want, and plus Curry's not young anymore either. Like, how old is he? But he's 32, 33 at this
But
point, or
he's
something like that.
he's still like
Still that guy, but all it takes is one
yeah.
injury at that age, and all of a sudden it declines extremely fast for a guy that's that size and the way he plays.
But yeah, I don't know, man. He has the game that he can last for a while.
Yeah, until he hurt, if he hits
Oh,
like a really bad knee injury or something like that, he's not gonna be able to run the way he was. And his game was predicated on running around in a circle for the 20 of the 24 seconds on the shot clock.
but even then, he can revert to like a catch and shoot guy, and he's still the best shooter of all time.
Yeah, but are you gonna trade the number one overall pick, Wembanyama, for a guy who could possibly be a catch and shoot guy on a team that already has catch and shoot guys?
Well, the caveat to all that is that it's new ownership.
Yeah, new ownership wants to start a new um their ownership with the number one overall pick and saying, "Hey, look what we can do with this kid. Look how we're going to build around him. Look how we're going to make him great."
Well, why did homeboy for the Phoenix there not do that?
Because it's Kevin Durant, and they weren't going to get the number one pick.
The other guy's Steph Curry. What are you saying?
Yeah, well,
That's
they
like
were Kevin Durant right now is better than Steph Curry for
it's
however many
not. It's
games.
not by much. It's not by
Yeah,
much.
but it's also the Suns were not going to tank for the number one overall pick either.
It's a good point.
You weren't going to pay Devin Booker to go tank for the number one overall pick.
What if it's like now? What if it? Well, I guess we won't. It's impossible. I was
Huh?
gonna say, what if it's like a risk? Like you don't know if it's gonna be the number one pick. It's before the lottery.
Yeah, then you definitely don't. I'm not trading Steph Curry for a Hornets pick and find out I got Scoot Henderson.
So the Warriors would say no.
Yeah, if it was before the lottery, yeah. But if they already knew they had the number one overall pick, then the Hornets would be the one to say no.
So you're saying the Warriors would say yes if they could get the number one pick?
I think the Warriors would, because you
Interesting.
need to get off of that contract, because I know the Warriors print money; it doesn't matter to them. But with the new CBA, you can't just keep buying players. Like with the $17.5 million secondary cap, and I learned the other day that if you go over that cap 3 times in 5 years, your first round pick immediately goes to the end of the first round. It doesn't matter where
Really?
you face it. If you could be over that cap and have the worst record in the league, and you're gonna get the 30th pick in the first round.
Damn. That's
So
brutal. Yeah,
so
the
yeah,
Warriors got fucking screwed in the C. It's pretty anti LA. It's like the entire West
yeah.
Coast got screwed.
At this point in their careers, yeah, they did.
The Lakers, the Clippers, the Warriors, they all
The
got.
Lakers and the Clippers, they can't really. You could go over the cap, I guess, but you can't sign LeBron or AD or any of them to max contracts if it goes
Yeah,
over the cap
yeah,
because they're not. They weren't drafted by the Lakers.
yeah. Simmons came had his pod, and he had Windhorse on who came and discussed it. He's like, yeah, this is like very obviously like the NBA stepping in saying the Warriors can like will never happen again. So,
Yeah,
um,
they're basically saying, "Hey, we're not having teams buy championships anymore. This isn't the Yankees."
yeah. Well, I mean, you can't even say it's the Yankees. They haven't won a championship since I don't
Well,
know.
they
We
won all
were
those
in
other
fucking
championships
middle
because
school.
yeah, they won all those the rest of their championships because they were just buying guys.
Yeah, they were bought guys a million years ago. Congratulations, Yankees fans.
Yeah, they always talk like the 27 rings are relevant to now.
Pepperidge Farm remembers your championships.
I mean, granted, 27 championships is a fucking shitload.
Yeah, it's like I don't know, it's fluky.
It's like the Canadians and all their championships.
Canadians is a little bit worse because they
There's
won
like
when
six
it was
teams.
like, but it was 6 teams and they had it was provincial rights or whatever the fuck where they had the
Every
first
Canadian's
selection of
one player.
every French Canadian one player. So it is very
Yeah,
hokey.
that would be like the Dominican Republic or something like that, having their own MLB team and getting first drafting rights to their players. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
well, they're going to be in the pennant race every year.
Well, yeah. I mean, it'd be like if it was now. Well, I was gonna say now. Like if the Bruins had access to every collegiate like hockey player first, we'd
Yeah,
have like the best American team of all time.
yeah. All the Northeast schools are great. That's how we got Heinsohn and Russell in the same
Shout out to
draft.
Tommy. Why? Explain.
Because Heinsohn was from the area, so we had
Hmm.
drafting rights to them. But then we also had like the first overall pick, I think, for Russell.
Where did Bill Russell go to school?
I don't
Did he
know.
go to school?
No, I think he had to have gone to school back then. I don't think they were doing high school drafts back then. But we had the regional rights to Tommy Heinsohn, who was a Hall of Fame player. And then we were like, yeah, we're just going to draft Bill Russell and get Tommy Heinsohn. This is going to be pretty sweet. I like how this worked out for us.
So we're at the half, folks. Your Celtics are up 65-53.
White and
Uh,
Brogdon playing great in the first half. White's
who's the
got
plus
15.
minus leader you think on the Celtics?
Who's got the best plus minus on the team right now?
Yeah.
Probably Derek White.
Nope.
Oh, my thing got busted. Malcolm Brogdon with his 9 points.
Al Horford.
Al Hofford.
Horford.
What's he got? Plus like 8,
Plus 13.
plus 13. That's pretty good.
Smart plus 8. Brown plus 10. Tatum plus 11. White plus 9.
Well, Clint Capella at some point got a steal, so that blew up my bracket. I
That
should have took
sucks.
a higher on everybody's.
When it's single points, it's like, I don't know. They always seem to get one.
Yeah,
Like,
I should have just picked the higher. I didn't think he was gonna get any steals. I thought Capella was gonna get blocks. I didn't think he was gonna get steals. But I got
well, he is like a defensive specialist.
yeah, but I mean, his hands are up here. Don't throw it up
True.
here. He's seven
Well,
foot tall. Throw a bounce pass around his feet. He's not gonna steal it. God damn.
Tatum has 13 points, 5 boards, 3 assists.
Only had 2 points in the second quarter.
Brown had 9, 2 and 1. Smart 8, 4 and 4. Horford 0, 6 and 4. A weird stat line.
That's an Al Horford style line right there.
Yeah, well, Celtics are rolling. Let's hope we can keep this pace up, not collapse in the third period, quarter. Um,
That's a big hockey over here.
yeah, Bruins won today. Shout out to the Bruins. They're up 3-1 in Florida.
How'd that go? Well,
No,
tell
they
me
kicked
about
their
that game. I
ass.
didn't get a chance to watch that one.
They're done. Florida's. I can like they were like you can clear. They were clearly frustrated. They were like mucking it up, trying to fight after every single possession in the third period. Um, they just defeated. The Linus Allmark rules. He tried to fight. I think Matthew Kachuk. I'm not sure though.
That's great.
Yeah. So they won 5-2. I think. Yeah, 5-2. I think that's right. And it was never particularly close. So
It
they're
was like
rolling.
dominance first period to the third period.
Yeah.
That's what I like to hear.
Yep. Who's Steve? $100 if you can tell me who's the leading scorer on the Hawks? And my fingers
DeAndre
are
Hunter.
crossed, so you're not getting $100. Fuck yeah, you're not getting $100.
Was I right?
Yeah, you were. He's the leading scorer of 17 points. 17 points in 17 minutes.
He got 17 points, really? I know he had a couple of threes.
He's getting a point a minute, folks. That's not
Pretty
good.
good. Set that guy up for 48 minutes tonight if he's going to get me a point a minute.
He's also a minus 15. How does that make any sense?
Because he was a bad defender.
He's for guarding
They pay
Tatum,
him
that's
to be a
why.
3-and-D guy, and they say, hey, go cover Jason Tatum. It's like he is not that good of a 3-and-D guy.
Yeah. Clint Capella 2-5, a steal and a block,
Fucking
minus
steal.
6. John Collins 3 points, 2 boards, minus 7. Trey Young 10 points, 1 board, 9 assists, minus
Wow.
3. DeJounte Murray 11 points, 4-1, negative 16 on the night.
Yeah. The Hawks are not playing any defense. That's why they're down 12.
They're not good. The Hawks are dead. If they lose this
really
game, they're
just-
dead.
We're feeding into their defense, too. Like, we're just settling for threes. The plays that we don't settle for threes, we get whatever we want at the cup. So I'd like to see them change that in the second half, get more to the cup.
Yeah. Well,
Right, what the fuck is that ad?
what do you mean?
Those ads on mute look very strange.
I'm watching Febreze for fabric freshener.
Let's watch a Cambridge something bank. It's talking about you got approved for a loan, and the kid's like laying in bed with a laptop on his lap, and he starts convulsing and raising his hands up in the air and everything. I'm like, this is on mute. So
What the fuck?
the fuck is going on here? Big Rob Will, baby. What's Rob Will's plus minus in this game?
He is plus 4.
Plus 4. You know,
He's 8 points, 12 boards. Huh?
You know, he's the worst plus minus in the Celtics in this series.
In the series?
Yeah.
Is it?
It's Rob Will.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how you know it's a bad stat. I feel like he's been really good this series.
I feel like he has not been that good this series.
Why?
Not this year. He hasn't been good this series. It's not a good matchup for him. They like to shoot a lot of threes and everything like that. Like, nobody's going to the cup on them. And that's what Rob Will's best at, is covering the cup. So they're basically just saying, yeah, we're just going to stretch you out. And then if you're playing with Al, we're just going to ISO Al and not go to the cup. So,
Well, for as bad of a game he's having on the plus minus front, he's averaging, or he has 8 points and 12 boards
yeah, he's playing great this game, yeah.
on 2 for 3 from the floor and 4 for 4 from the line.
Hasn't been aggressive on offense the last couple of games, so I'd like to see him be more aggressive like tonight. I like seeing that. He's really ducking into the dunker spot and making himself available. Oh, man. What are you looking for in the second half?
I'm just looking for the Celtics to keep this defense going. Keep the defense going. Take it inside when the shot's not falling. Bully these guys. Just bully them. Just continue to bully them.
Yeah, beat the brakes off him.
Trey Young's not having a great game, so that's whatever they're doing on that end. I like.
I want to see him be physical with all the players on that team except for Trey Young, because I have ulterior motives to why I don't want to see Trey Young get fouled.
Your bet's already done, isn't it?
No, That was a different one. I had the whole
Oh,
singles bet was on a different one.
okay.
I had two separate slips.
Well, yeah, because you know they're gonna send his fucking little shrimp ass to the line.
Yeah, that one might not hit just because I don't know if Brown's going to get more than 25 and a half. He's only got 9 so
You
far
got
in the first
9.
half. He's 6, so he's 17 in the second half.
Well, you can look at that two ways. Either the water's gonna find its level, and he's gonna explode for some points.
Well, I need 17 from him, and I also need 17 from Tatum. So, and if
Could
the
happen.
Hawks are going to continue to not keep it close, then I don't think either of those are going to happen.
Yeah, true.
I also need
True,
two
true.
threes from Sadiq Bey, but I just expect those to happen at the most terrible time for the Celtics, where the Hawks are going to be on a run, and the Celtics are going to finally do something to cut it, and then Sadiq Bey's going to hit back-to-back threes, and then
If this game gets that close, I'll be really worried.
I can see it getting that close. Another fake run by the Hawks, another fake 8-0 run to cut it to 4, and the Celtics come back with 6-0 run, it's back up to 10, and the Hawks don't know what to do. That's what happened in game 2.
If they lose this game, will you be concerned?
Depends on how they lose this game. Depends on
What
if
do
they
you
lose
mean? A
because
loss
Jason
is a
Tatum.
loss.
Well, I mean, it depends if they lose because they just decide not to play, or if they lose because Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown lost limbs. And
Well, if
has heart
that
attack.
happens, then I'm even more concerned than if they just fucking shit their pants.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, if you find a way to shit your pants in this game, then whatever. I'm not gonna be happy about it, but I'm still not gonna be concerned about them beating the Hawks in the series.
Robert Williams, 12 first half rebounds. Most in a playoff game by a Celtic since Perk.
12 rebounds in the first half is big. That's what we need him to do against this Hawks team. Like we were talking about earlier, winning the rebound battle wins games. The big rebound pod.
That's somebody who needs his ego pumped up more. Kendrick Perkins.
Hey, the man's accomplished more than I ever will.
Don't say
Got
that.
drafted out of high school. People
He's just
don't realize
to quote Charles Barkley. He's just big.
he's big. Shout out to Chuck. What you asked me what playoff series surprised me the most? Which one's surprising you the most?
The Knicks probably. Knicks Cleveland.
What's that series at? I watched that game.
Knicks won today. They're up 3-1
on
the Cleveland Browns / Cavaliers.
They stole one in Cleveland.
Yes, yeah, because the Cavs are the 4 seed.
Yeah, the Cavs have home court, so
Yeah, I just thought Cleveland would have a better showing. I didn't think that. I thought this will go 7. They'd be lucky if they get another game. They just are completely defeated.
it's weird. Darius Garland played really bad the other game too.
Huh?
Darius Garland played terribly the other night. He was 4 of 21.
I feel like Evan Mobley's like unplayable all of a sudden.
It's so strange. I thought that they're built perfectly to beat the Knicks.
Donovan Mitchell's like not playing well.
I thought they were built like I thought the Knicks and the Suns or the Knicks and the not the Suns, the Knicks and the Cavs were built like almost the same. You got high scoring guards in Brunson and Mitchell. You got high scoring secondary guards in Garland and Quickly and Hart. And then you have 2 dominant bigs, and they have Mitchell and Randall. And then the Cavs got Allen and Mobley. I thought like this was going to be like a across the board a rock fight, but apparently the Cavs just want to lie down on this one. I don't understand why. Like
they don't got a bench either.
I don't think either of them really has a bench. Well, they got Quickly, I guess, coming off the bench.
I mean, yeah, the Knicks definitely have a bench. They have a 6-man candidate.
Quick Grimes too. Quick Grimes too. Yeah.
Isaiah Hartenstein. Did they? I think they said Isaiah Hartenstein played all 82 games this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Shout out to that. We love a grinder.
But like, who do the Cavs have? They have Isaac Okoro, Ricky Rubio, Karis LeVert, I guess. Karis LeVert's probably the best player on the bench.
He's starting for him too.
Oh, so he starts for him.
Yeah. I don't know why they got rid of Kevin Love. Like that was a weird one because like you got rid of a backup big and then you just never replaced the backup big.
Who's getting valuable minutes on the team that's actually winning their playoff series?
Yeah, you could have used that backup big to spread the floor for 10 minutes a game.
Yeah, and it's not
Just
even like
spread
they
it
got
out.
his money off. Didn't they buy him out?
Yeah,
You know.
they bought him out and he ended up getting a raise out of it because they bought him out with his $28 million contract for like 26 million, and he signed 3 million with the Heat. So he's like, yeah, I will take a buyout to go to the Heat where there's no tax on my money and take a raise.
And it's not Cleveland.
Yeah,
Um,
and they're actually going to use me. Like they, for some reason, the Cleveland just didn't use him. I don't know why.
well, I'll tell you what, the Heat are fucking. They pay that 3 million every single fucking time because him just, what do you want to call it, a dirty play or not, stepping under Giannis as he's going up, putting him
Yeah, I
out.
didn't see the Giannis injury. Was it borderline or
It
because
was
I don't think
Love
Kevin Love's
trying to
a good
take
player.
a
Oh, try to take a charge,
charge.
right? Yeah. Now I remember. Yeah, that was a big thing. So he tried to take a charge, and then Giannis got hurt. And then the same thing happened with Ja. Somebody tried to take a charge on him, and he got hurt.
And people are complaining about the charge, but it's like, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah, I mean, if you're not going to let a defensive player make that play, then like we're going to have a 210 to 207 games.
Ryan
Like,
Russillo was talking like, listen, like for the health of the players, we got to get rid of this rule, and there's no easy fix. But like, what if we get rid of the rule of verticality on contests?
yeah, if we say the rule of verticality and you call it the correct way because it never gets called correctly. Guys go straight up all the time and get called for fouls. So guys are like, well, why am I going to do that if I can just slide here and get a charge call?
Well, we're exactly so like if you're gonna get rid of that, and why not just like make it like then you can't play defense at all. Then there's no such thing as defense in the NBA if you can't take a charge and you have to be vertical at all times. And they don't, like you said, that almost never gets called the right way. So
Yeah,
like, why not just get rid of the verticality and let them contest it at the rim? Everybody loves to see that, anyways. Nobody really likes to see a charge get taken, besides us who have Marcus Smart on their team.
I personally love a nice charge. It doesn't matter where and when. I think it's great. You can dupe a player and get an offensive foul. Getting a player to get an offensive foul is always great in my book because like, hey, that guy just got a foul put on him. He's only got 6 of them, and he did it when he was on offense. Like, how dumb are you? But it's weird. I mean, they should. A good idea for changing it that I saw was to move the restricted area out a little bit more.
Fucking Marcus, god damn it.
Yeah, he tweaked it. He's all right. He's rolling around now. He's good. I'm gonna take the suspense out of it for you. Um, Clay Capella hit his free throws today. Good for him.
We hate to see that.
I don't have his free throws. I have Trae Young's free throws.
Yeah, I'm a Celtics fan, you dillweed. I'm playing against the guy.
That is what it is.
Well, I'm not playing against him. My team is.
Um, you could always move the uh, restricted area out a little bit more. Make guys have to take the charges farther out. That might help because guys usually don't take off from that far away. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? So it might help with guys taking off and doing that. It's tough. It's a bad look. I think it's mostly just a bad look because of it happening on the
To
same night
two
with
prolific stars, yeah.
star players, like the best player in the league and a rising star that could be one of the best. You know
Yeah,
what I
it's
mean?
like it's just like I don't know, injuries happen. I don't know if the rules have to change necessarily because it's not like it's a dirty play.
Yeah, it's just tough. And it's like we see it happen to Tatum. Like Tatum went down, landed like the first game of the year, he landed on his wrist.
I mean,
Like the
listen,
rest
if
of
it
us
happens
cared.
to Tatum and he gets put out, I'll be very upset. I
Yeah,
will be on the train of changing the
but
rule.
it's just one of those things. It just happens to all the players. People always want to say, "Well, if it happened to your guy, then you'd be complaining about." It. It's like it did happen to our guy a couple times.
Yeah.
I mean, didn't it have wasn't that how it happened to Gordon Hayward, or was that he got knocked out of the air? I can't remember if that was a
I don't
charge or if he got
remember.
knocked out.
I was a little bit busy.
Yeah, I was. I try and forget about that play.
Yeah, it was
Every
horrible.
time,
It was fucking brutal.
every time I think about that play, I'm like, oh,
Oh, Smart just missing it there.
he shot the ball pretty well though. He's at a 5 of 12 from three. Don't hate that. It's a lot of threes for Smart, but
What is
he was
this
four of
defensive
six in the
game
first
plan?
half, so don't hate that. You're 4 of 6 in the first half. I don't blame you for taking six more in the second half.
Yeah, I feel like he's had an actually okay series.
No, I thought he's been pretty great this series. He hasn't been making any mistakes. He's been solid defensively.
Nice three. Speaking of the man,
Yeah,
what a kick out by Derek White on that.
yeah. What a move by him to dupe them all into getting the driving lane. Al Horford's got. He's not having a great game this game. That's for sure.
Well, he scored 0 points.
Jason Tatum, rim defender.
How about Grant Williams getting some valuable points?
Got some
He
good
looked
minutes.
actually pretty good last game.
Yeah, he was looking sharp. Did exactly what we needed him to do. Play some good defense, hit some threes.
I'm glad he's accepted his role.
He's got really no choice at this point. I mean, if he doesn't accept
Yeah,
his
true.
role, he's not going to get a contract next year.
He's played himself out of his role.
Yeah, it's tough.
I feel like he's handled it well, though. For a guy who's very vocal.
Yeah,
Damn, Tatum's swatting that fucking thing. That's his
Tatum will
third block
never.
on the night.
I think it's the second. They didn't count that first one that we saw that
Oh,
we thought was a foul, but he got Trey Young pretty good on early on the other one.
yeah, that was a clean block.
Um, he's never going to get the recognition that he deserves for the defender that he is.
Yeah, yeah. And we always talk
He's
about
like
who's the best
Francis
defender on the
Ford
team, and like
back.
obviously Marcus Smart, one depoy, and then Robbie Williams is like probably the best defender on the team. But like Tatum
He's probably
plays
third.
like wicked. He might be first too. Like he's always playing he's playing the hardest position in fucking the game. You know, he's wing defending. That shit ain't easy.
Yeah, Jalen Brown needs to wake the fuck up.
Yeah, he's had a bad series. Besides game one.
Last game he had 15 points. You need more than 15 points out of your second best player.
And he just can't dribble the ball. He still hasn't figured that part of his game out. Oh, what a poke by Trey. No way. He definitely got that before I hit the backboard, no?
No, he didn't. Also, like if you watch, he just after he got poked away, he stood there and let Trey Young get out and transition behind him to give up that bucket. Like that's unacceptable.
It's a 5 point game, ladies and germs.
That's fucking. That's a flagrant.
That's fucking.
You gotta be fucking kidding me. Tatum gonna fight somebody. I love this.
What Marcus Smart has big gonads, dude. He took that in on John Collins.
Oh, he doesn't give a fuck.
Where's this flagrant coming, boss?
I want to see Jason Tatum punch Trey Young in his fucking goofy head. Holy fuck!
Oh, he grabbed
That's
him
a
by the
flagrant.
arm.
He didn't make a play on the ball. I need
Damn,
Jason Tatum
Tatum's
getting fired up.
pissed. Let's go. I want to see that fire, Tatum. Get fired up. Oh, yeah, he didn't even try to go for the ball.
You can see him saying it to the ref. He didn't even go for the fucking ball.
Damn, Tatum's so much bigger than Derek White. That's fucking
He's
crazy.
so big.
You
People
see
like
Derek White's head like walking up by his chest. Yeah,
people forget Jason Tatum's like 6'10". Like he's
he's a
like
big dude. Fuck.
people always look at him. He's always 6'7". It's like no, he's like 6'10", and he's got guard skills.
What
Yeah,
is
he's
Trae Young
learning
going like this
defense.
for? Like, you know, you didn't just do that. Like, he's such a fucking weasel. I hate him.
Yeah, I hate him, but I also love him at the same time. To be
I like
honest,
when he plays with fire, but he's just, I don't know.
Like when he played against the Knicks a couple years ago in that series, and he just like didn't give a fuck. It's a flagrant on Capella and fucking and Trae Young. They both grabbed him. They'll find a way to give it to Capella though, because they want to keep Trae in this game. Fucking NBA is rigged.
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like, that's so dumb. Why reward bad play? That's not good basketball. It's not like
That's
it's
why
a.
that's why I loved it this year when they got rid of um the clear path foul, the open court foul. You
Mm,
know what I'm talking about when the team gets to steal or whatever, the guy just grabs him so he can't get a layup.
yeah.
I like they got rid of that. I really like that because that's not a basketball play. Like that's just you're just killing the flow of the game to save points because you turn the ball over. So we're rewarding you for a turnover by just giving you one foul, and half the time it's a guy that takes a foul that doesn't foul anyways. Yeah, they gave Trey the flagrant for that one. We love to see that.
Good.
I want to see Tatum absolutely yam it on his head. It's also weird that flagrants and technicals are different. You could get
I
a
still don't know
flagrant.
what the difference. I watch all 80 fucking five of the Celtics games so far, and not to mention us probably 100 other ones throughout the course of the season. And I still don't know what like how technical. Two techs obviously is as a kick out,
Ejection.
right?
Yeah. And then two flagrants is an ejection too. But they're considered different. Like a flagrant is like making an excessive play that's not a basketball play, like Joel Embiid trying to kick a guy in the dick, or James Harden actually hitting a guy in the dick, or
A flagrant
you
is a
know.
non-basketball play, so like yeah,
But a
being
technical is like you yelling at the ref or throwing a ball at a guy or getting in like a fight like that.
so two
So
technicals no matter what.
is an
But
ejection.
can you get multiple flagrant ones,
No,
or is it
it's
like
ejection.
flagrant one and then the next one's a flagrant two?
Next one's an ejection.
Ejection. Yeah. What's a flagrant two is an automatic ejection.
Yeah, flagrant two is what they gave to James Harden
Huh.
and what they gave to Draymond Green.
It's all bullshit. It's whatever the ref wants to call it.
Yeah, it's
It's
real
all
bad.
it's all BS, dude. And none of it's called to the letter of the law, which I guess is fine. But
Yeah, they gave Poole a technical today for waving his arms at the ref in the fourth quarter of a game. And it's like, yeah, I guess by letter of the law that's a tech, but at the same time, like
it's not an
this is
NBA
the fourth
technical.
quarter of a playoff game in a series that you're trying to tie, and you're gonna give a tech for that. We saw Tatum get it all year long in the regular season, but like lean into the moment one time for me, official.
Nice move by Jalen. Fuck yes, what a move. I want to see the Celtics get fucking angry. I would like to see this team get angry. They're so even keeled, every single one of them. And it's a good thing because you don't get fucking stupid shit like besides Marcus Smart, who you obviously can play with fire. Um, like you don't see any of that dumb Draymond shit. But I would like to see them. You're not gonna like me when I get angry, type shit. Like I'd like to
Yeah,
see
like
Tatum play with emotion.
yeah,
He's so much better when he plays with like emotion and the moment's big.
yeah. He's doing a lot of settling this game. I don't like
It's a
that.
terrible shot. I don't know what the fuck that shot was over DeAndre Hunter was.
He's doing a lot of settling. He's not going to the rim, which I don't like. I would like to see him punch Trae Young, though. That would make me happy.
No, don't get yourself kicked out. We need you for the game, buddy.
Uh, but maybe he can hurt Trae Young and Trae Young won't play anymore.
No, Robert Williams is gonna hurt Jalen Brown. What the fuck?
Mask on today. You've been playing well with the mask on. Why are you taking the mask off?
How's his fingies doing? That's my question.
Yeah. And he had a couple extra days. Well, no. It was still tearing open on him, I guess, last game.
Oh my god.
Problem is, it's between, it's like in the webbing of his fingers, from what I heard.
Oh god.
So,
Fuck.
like it easily rips open because that part of your hand's always moving.
That is fucked up. It's like that
Yeah.
scene in Jackass when they take the manila envelopes and they paper cut between the webbings of their toes and fingers. Oh, you remember that?
I do not, and I do not want to actually.
From Jackass 1, they right between the webbings of their fingers and toes, and also it's Steve-O between like the corners of his lips.
Oh, doing the Joker cut.
Ugh, brutal. That's like the grossest thing in all of Jackass, which it's a litany of gross things.
Yeah, I can't even watch those movies anymore, man.
I fucking love Jackass. I was raised. I like we are the generation of Jackass.
We are. I
I
watched like
fucking
the
love it.
first one. I can kind of enjoy the first one, but like I heard like too many interviews with them being like we didn't after the first one it was great, and then after that we just started to hate it, and it wasn't enjoyable anymore. And it
Yeah.
was like if you're not enjoying it and you're still beating the piss out of each other, it's like I kind of the whole time I'm watching, I'm like I just feel bad. You're just
Well,
doing
it's
this
not
for
like they're
money.
prisoners to it. They're fucking all millionaires.
Yeah.
They
Well,
don't have to do this. You know what I'm saying?
some of those guys definitely aren't.
Nobody told fucking Steve-O to shove a fucking funnel up his ass and then pour beer
Butt
into it.
chug, butt chug, baby. Who doesn't love a nice butt chug? It's called
Me.
efficiency. It's efficiency.
R.I.P. Ryan Dunn.
Yeah. Terrible. Terrible
That Dunkin'
shit.
Donuts coffee looks so good. The fucking whatever one they're advertising.
Chocolate one. It's
I don't
pretty
even
alright.
like flavored coffee. I drink my shit black. The
Well, it's
caramel
like the
chocolate
cream. They
cold
put
brew.
like this frozen like cream shit on top, and it's all chocolate. And
I
then
might
like
fuck around and go
as
get
you
one
drink it,
tomorrow.
it like kind of soaks through into the coffee. It's on a cold brew. So it's pretty
Oh yeah,
alright.
it's like that cold, sweet cold foam.
Yeah, that's
That's
exactly what it is. It's just chocolate flavored. But then that topping stuff they put on there, like you end up not even getting most of it, and then ends up at the bottom of your coffee, and it's like a.
it looks good. I mean, I'll probably get one tomorrow.
I'm gonna stop at Dunks tomorrow after my first stop. Get myself something to eat before I drive out to New York. Fucking stinker.
Not me. I work from home. Shout out to the WFH. Long commute for me.
The longest part of your commute is walking to Dunkin' Donuts and walking back.
I could walk. It's like a literal 5 minute walk, but I'm gonna drive. I'm gonna drive from one end of the street to the other.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
Wow.
All right, come on, boys. I want to see us at least get to the rim on this one. A little bit of rim play
This third quarter's been slow. What the hell?
has been. Dude, that Warriors game flew by. Steph Curry tried to lose in the game. Did you see that?
I heard about it. What happened?
He
I
called the
literally
timeout when
tuned
they
in
didn't have
right
any
at that.
timeouts left. They had
Oh, he,
45. There was like a minute left. They called a timeout with none left, so they
he
were up by
fucking Chris
4.
Webbered himself.
Yeah. Well, that's why Chris Webber was trending on Twitter.
Yeah, didn't he do it with the Kings? Oh no, he
No,
did
he did
it
it with in college with
the
Michigan.
Fab Five. Yeah, fuck.
Um,
Oh, Jalen
yeah,
Brown
I was
misses a
like,
free throw.
I happened to be on Twitter earlier, and I was like, "Why is Chris Webber tweeting?" But I didn't actually look into it because usually when there's a celebrity that's trending, it's like something
Bad.
bad happened, and I was like, I don't feel like reading that right now.
It's almost never good, folks.
No, but yeah, no, that's why it was trending.
Chris Webber, who was a beast of a player, he's only will ever be known for that.
Chris Webber was one of those guys that is going to end up being forgotten as time goes on, even though he was so
Damn.
dominant. I have his jersey, so
79-71 with 5.5 minutes left in the third.
oh, there we go. What we got here? Tatum and Bogdanovich.
I do not like Bogdan. Is that Bogdan Bogdanovich? Or is that Bojan Bogdanovich?
Brother, you
No,
tell me.
that's Bogdan Bogdanovich. Bojan
I like them
Bogdanovich is
both.
the worst one.
I like them both.
A name so good they named him twice. Bogdanovich elbowed him in the balls and then grabs his head.
Oh, he banged his head into like his collarbone.
That's two quick ones on Bogdanovich. What a dumbass. Back to the bench you go.
They're gonna keep him in there. They don't have anybody else to go in there. Oh, give me that shit, Rob. Nice. This
Why
team
is
really
Robert
does
Williams
like that
44?
three.
Why is Robert Williams number 44?
I do not know why.
Usually you know these
Why would
things.
anybody play any number? I don't know. Taj Gibson
Well,
played number 67 on the Timberwolves. Like,
I know Kevin Durant because 35 isn't that his friend's number who died, or his coaches or something like that.
yeah, Smart keeps the threes because his brother played number three.
Damn, Tatum's
His brother
getting
was,
absolutely banged up this game.
yeah. I'd like to see him just go ahead and take a big lead in this game already. Like, settling for the threes. That's an open three. I guess I can't say they settled for it, but
Well, if it's an open three, it implies there's an open two. Damn it.
Missoula doesn't like something. That's a weird timeout. I never seen him call timeouts. What do you think about Missoula's coaching job so far? I mean, I know we don't have much to work off of because he's playing against the Hawks. He's coaching against the Hawks, but
I can't say he's done a
like it.
bad job.
I
I
don't
thought
like.
there was a couple games, a couple times last game that he could have called a timeout that I probably would have, but you know, so I'm not going to let that be the decider of if he's done a good or bad job. I feel like he's holding his own against Quinn Snyder, who's a pretty good coach.
Yeah, I can see that. I like. I like that he's keeping the bench a little bit short. He's
Mm.
not trying to do too much. Once in a while, he brings in Grant. Tonight, he brought in Muscala for a couple minutes to see what he did. Uh, I'd like to see them call more plays to get the ball going downhill. Get a little bit of something
You just
going
want
with
them
it.
to take it in a lot more, and I agree.
I mean, I don't want them to do it all the time because this team is built to shoot the three, and that's what's got us here. So I don't want to change everything now. But those first two games, like you saw what happened. They had no resistance inside. They put up 64 points in the paint. You saw what happens tonight when they go to the paint. They get what they want. I think that it's a good. You need to find a better balance of the three and the two. I don't mind being a three heavy team, but like we're doing a lot of pass the ball around the perimeter and take the first three you see it's open. It's
Hmm.
better when you hit the paint and then hit the three, then hit the paint, then hit the three. You want to get inside touches before you get outside shots. It makes it a lot easier.
I thought the defensive game plan last game kind of sucked too. Well,
I didn't like that very much.
the whole second half, fucking, they were doing the thing out of the fucking Warriors playbook where they would switch Trey Young onto Al, and Al's like out in no man's land
Yeah,
trying to like it's just a bad matchup. Al's 100 years old. Trey Young's a shifty, fast guard. Like it's just a bad matchup.
honestly, I don't mind that if you just mix it in once in a while. You can't give them the same look every time, so you got to throw that out there once in a while. But they waited to the fourth quarter, and the whole game they played drop coverage, like they played
Hmm.
against the Warriors, where Al, where they set the screen, Al drops back, and Trey Young and Dejounte Murray got going.
Yeah.
If you give those guys confidence, you give an NBA player confidence to score. That's
Hmm.
when they start hitting those crazy step back threes in the corner, like Trey Young hit over Al and Dejounte hit over Derek White.
Derek White. Yeah, they
You can't give
fucking
the guy
pointed at
confidence
him.
the whole game, and then all of a sudden expect uh, you to switch and then Al to be able to stop him because he's already the basket looks a mile wide to him at that point.
Agreed.
But they're doing a better job tonight, I think. Whatever defensive switches they made, I haven't really been paying crazy attention to it, but whatever they're doing, they seem to be holding them down pretty decent.
Yeah.
A lot of offensive rebounds again, but
I don't know. What do you think? How do you think Joe's done?
he's done a pretty decent job. I mean, it's hard to tell off of one series. You'll learn more as the series go on. Like next series when we play the Sixers, assuming we get there, seeing like what kind of doubles he's sending at Joel Embiid, how they're playing, how they're rotating to Harden versus Maxey versus their shooters.
Did we lose
Who?
to the
What?
Sixers? Yeah, we lost to them once this
Yeah,
year. The last game, right?
yeah. But we've been beating the brakes off them like every other game though.
Yeah, no, I think that
Same
we
with the
didn't have
Bucks.
Tatum that game or something.
Yeah.
Something stupid.
So I mean, it'll be nice to see like what doubles they're sending at Embiid. Like where's the defensive switching coming from? Stuff like that. That's when you're really going to see the coaching come into it. Offensively, it's going to be basically attacking, beating Harden every play, and Maxey, because they don't have defenders on that team other than PJ Tucker.
We have PJ Tucker, JD McDaniels,
They're calling all these offensive fouls.
D'Anthony
Jesus
Melton.
Christ. They
They do have
really
some
don't
decent
look at
defenders.
you. D'Anthony Melton,
Yeah. Well, what's the other guy? The Shake Milton.
McDaniels. You said
No.
McDaniels didn't Tatum drop 50 on McDaniels last time they played when he was on the Hornets?
Yeah, but he's still a shifty, like tall, like lanky guard. Wing.
Yeah, still food for Tatum.
Well, everybody should be food for Tatum, even
Yeah,
PJ
but
Tucker.
that guy especially though.
Oh God, what the fuck? You can't even set up pick anymore.
Not in this game. I don't know what it is. Horford had one that was egregious on a Young, but it seems like they're a point of emphasis to call that now all of a sudden.
It did kind of look like he was sticking his leg out.
I don't know. If I'm the Celtics, I'm running into every single one of these screens that the Hawks are setting and like saying, yeah, make the call this way too.
Come on, tee up that fucking loser Bogdanovich like he's a star player.
Fucking hell.
Sadiq Bey giving Jalen Brown fits. Oh, you should have shot that. Good bucket though.
DeAndre Hunter's just carrying them apparently. Guy's got like 30, I think. Holy shit. He's having himself a game. Fourth
That's what
quarter,
time
I
he
want to
showed
see
up.
fourth quarter, I want to see Tatum covering him. I want to see them put Tatum on him. Say, hey Tatum, time to lock in.
Come on, Derek, hit the fucking 3-pointer. It's wide open.
Let's see how how's your slips looking? You had them winning by
I just
7.
have them -7, which is not good because they're winning by 6 for me. But
7 point road favorites is pretty funny in the playoffs.
oh, nice. That's a tough bucket, Jalen. Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? When they can get to the rim and do what they want. That's why it's starting to get irritating that they're shooting too many threes.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a tough bucket over a big defender too, and maybe their best defender besides Capella,
Yeah.
Okongwu.
I'm sounding like the oldest of the whites.
Oh, I hate that. Like why do they shoot the three ball so much? It's like, dude, you obviously don't watch basketball. Like, it's
That's
like
the
everybody shoots the three. The three ball it's the three ball revolution. Like, it's just basketball is a completely different game. And having said that, there should be times when you are like you don't throw it up there and you take it in for like tough buckets inside. Not you shouldn't your game shouldn't be around setting that up all the time. Your game should be setting up like the three ball and all that. But
unless you have like Steph Curry.
Sam Hauser, oh. So watching Celtics games with my dad is so tough. Is like every single time they shoot a three ball, they're like, "Why doesn't he take that?" And it's like it doesn't even matter if it's going in or not. It's like stop with the three ball. I'm like, Dad, they're up fucking 20 points. Like they're not going to take it in for hard nosed buckets when they're up 20. That's stupid. That's like bad. That's just bad basketball if you do that. Come on, Rob, go up. If you're up by that much, like it's like it's when you're up big, you can just shoot the three ball because that's just going to keep extending your lead. Like,
Yeah. And if you miss them, you're still up big.
yeah,
Just playing the numbers at that point. I mean, granted, we watch the Celtics do that and blow big leads. Come on, boys.
Robert Williams 8-13. Come on, hit both these free throws. Take both of them, Rob. One. And You're awfully quiet.
Sorry, I'm just paying attention for once.
You're awfully
It takes a
quiet.
lot of brain power for me to pay attention to
Fucking with
anything at
nothing,
all.
dude. Celtics up 6 with 3 minutes left. Not three
Yeah,
minutes. Fucking 1 minute, 37 seconds.
in the third.
Yeah. Oh my God, please. That's on the ground, on the floor.
I'm glad they took that out of the game too. That whole stop when you hit the screen and just shoot.
Makes you wonder why he still does that.
Because once in a while they'll give it to you.
He tried it last game too, and they didn't give it to him.
Jeez.
Grant Williams checking into the ball game. Uh-oh. Secret weapon. Grant's guarding Trey Young. Yep, that's good. It's probably good strategy. Oh, how was that not a travel? God damn. Bogdanovich has to be shooting like 75% from three.
Yeah,
He like
he's
doesn't
been wild.
miss.
He has been wild. It's been a dunk fest for Capella too. They're really dishing it off to him. I'm surprised they didn't figure out to do that earlier. The way we've been playing defense, that has been open. Up.
Marcus Smart wants to take him in. Bang! Let's go! Get him fired up, baby.
That was a
Uh-oh.
big dunk by Smart on that one.
Okay. Celtics are up 92-87 going into the fourth.
Tatum's having a fucking terrible game.
Oof.
That's really killing us right now.
That lead is getting small. Fuck. What do you think, Steve? Are they going to finish it out strong? You worried?
You need a big fourth quarter from Tatum and Brown. Neither one of them's playing particularly well right now. Tatum 4 of 13 from the field. That's not going to do it.
Horrible. Yeah. And he said he was pissed. He put the game on himself. The last game, and it's like, well, I mean, that's cool, but like, if you're gonna suck it up the next game too, what's the point of even saying anything?
We need a big time fourth. We need Al to hit a shot too. He has 0 points tonight.
I have a feeling we're gonna get some big corner Al threes coming up.
Get everything going downhill. You've seen Smart scoring at will going downhill.
Yeah, he took it
Not
in.
a good defensive
Bogdanovich.
side. They have Capella, but I don't even think Capella's that good of a shot blocker anymore.
I don't think
would
whoever
challenge him
was on the floor there didn't rotate quick enough.
Yeah. I hated that offensive possession, but it worked. I tell you what. We're going to clear out for a Smart dunk.
I ain't never seen a bad shot that went in.
I don't think Marcus Smart's ever seen a bad shot, so.
Seriously. That fool.
That guy lets it fly. I love that about him.
I just pray to God that God would give me a modicum of the amount of self-confidence Marcus Smart has in his offensive game. Just for my own personal
Oh
life.
my god! If I even had a little bit of that self confidence, man, I would have taken over like a small country. Like Jesus Christ, the guy is just unbelievable.
I mean, we get it. Like he's a one of the best defensive players, like maybe of all time. Like I understand that, but and he's earned that, but that doesn't really always trip. And he's not a bad offensive player, but he is not like I think he thinks he's like a star offensive player.
He's a star offensive passer. I think he's
Even then, he's really good at passing. Like
I
he's
think
the
he's
best.
our Draymond Green, basically.
He's like the best facilitator on the team, but that doesn't mean he's one of the best passers. I think in the league.
No, I think that he's like a Draymond Green type. I think that
Yeah,
he's like that kind of player for us, facilitating wise, like in a different kind of way, obviously, because he handles the ball compared to Draymond, but he's good at setting up our offense and calming everything down and getting us to where we need to be.
yeah. And
And he plays
obviously the
better when
defense
he's
is
the point guard. When you set him up as the 2 guard, he's not.
when he has to be the guy who gets the catch and shoots.
That ball's getting swung around to the corner for him for a 3.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind if he's the one initiating the offense and then spreading out to the corner and getting it back in rhythm, not just standing there in the corner waiting for it.
Yeah. Oh boy, big fourth quarter. My stomach hurts.
Baby boy
I'm
got some
scared.
kombucha.
I'm scared.
Don't settle. Don't sell. My God. Never seen a bad shot that didn't go in.
Please stop commenting. Please, I'm begging.
It's the playoffs, baby.
So I'm assuming Marcus Smart gets a shot that doesn't go in. Come on, Rob. What are you doing with the flat feet? That's good ball movement. I don't like this shot. What the hell was that, Jaylen Brown? Oh my
That's what I'm
god.
saying. A no dribble three.
From fucking deep downtown.
The
No,
Hawks
not
are bad.
Bogdanovich. Please, 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 please. Jesus. Get the board. Oh my god. Yeah, people say rebounding doesn't matter. Goddamn Onyeka Okongwu is fucking giving Robert Williams the business.
Williams got 5 fouls now too, so we're gonna get some Grant Williams minutes, baby. Just get downhill on them. That's all you have to do. Just get downhill on them.
God, I really hate the guy named Onyeka Okongwu who's giving us the business. Please get him out of here.
6th overall pick.
Yeah, okay. What's his stats for the season?
I don't know. That's
Not
what
good.
we talked about this the other day. I never even heard of the fucking guy until this.
Not fucking good, Bob.
What the fuck is the call on that one? Jesus Christ.
He's averaging 10 points, 7 boards, 1 assist, and a block. Not bad. Not great for a 6 overall pick.
Yeah, you're not getting very much development on a team that has Trae Young on it. Let's be real here. You're getting 10 points off of second chance points,
Whoa,
probably.
what is the call on that? On Smart? No, for boxing out? Boxing out's a penalty? While he was in the air, I suppose. Can't really do that.
Call. Once again, let's get downhill here, boys. No.
Ball don't lie, baby.
Onyeka Okongwu. I don't like this defensive player. We're like chasing Trae Young after screens and running that drop again.
That's why we lost. That's how we lost the last game. So if we lose this game, we'll know what happened. I would like to see Tatum take over now. Your matchup on DeJounte Murray, who's a good defensive guard, but you're.
I hated that shot.
Oh my god.
That shot.
Yeah, it's like I hate the looks. They're going in, so it's like hard to bitch, but
That was pretty easy to bitch.
yeah, I mean we're doing a good job of it. This podcast has just been us bitching about the fucking offensive style. Yeah, you ain't playing it.
This podcast is just the only times that we've been paying attention to the Celtics we've been bitching. It's called the bitching report. Jesus,
The bitch report.
That name's definitely already been taken.
Yeah, for sure.
Wait, what the fuck is that call? That's not a basketball play. I hate that.
Shoot that. The one time he gets the cleanest look all series, Smart pump fakes himself out and misses the shot. What the fuck? Zarba things are happening. That's 3 offensive possessions by the Hawks. That's 3 penalties on the Celtics.
Oh boy, this team.
I would like to see some consistent whistles.
I I'd like to see some consistent defense from the Celtics. That would be pretty sweet.
Yeah.
Come on, boys.
Good play. Now that's a good offensive play.
Yeah, Marcus Smart's dunking on everybody tonight, apparently. Yeah, they're going to call that every time. What did you fucking think was going to happen?
If Trey Knight's going to start hitting that shot, we're going to lose.
That's bad. You can't go under on that.
Damn, Brogdon. His shot is like ugly, but it goes in. I don't like his shot.
No, it's wicked ugly.
It's fucking fugly.
But god damn, is it efficient? He was like the second best 3-point shooter in the league this year. No, he's the
Yeah.
fourth.
Nah, it was close.
Second. I was second. So.
Come on, Brogdon, dude. Fuck.
Sixth man of the year stuff.
Brogdon.
Now
Nice. DeAndre Hunter's going to shoot him out of the game.
He shot him into the game.
Yeah, he's the only reason they're in the game. It's not been Trey Young 6 for fucking 16, whatever the hell he is.
Assists, too. I feel like a few of those are probably to Mr. Hunter.
A few, most I would say. Bogdanovich yelling, "No way, no way!" Yahweh, dude.
Yahweh.
Yeah, buddy. You can't. I don't know when the last time you could slap somebody on the arm as a tape shoot them. Like, was it not a foul? That's pretty weird. It's a pretty weird thing to bitch about. Damn it, Malcolm.
We talked about this before the podcast. That the refs were swallowing their whistle, and this whole game has just been a ref show.
You can't miss free throws at the line now, Celtics. Like, for real, you can't do it now.
Fourth quarter missing free throws that's how you lose games.
They haven't like missed one all game. Now they're missing.
Confidence booster for this has not been a confidence booster about the Celtics.
Every single time they come down the fucking, they've literally out of like 6 possessions, I think they've gotten 5 fouls. Yeah, this has absolutely turned into the ref show.
But you know what, Celtics, you can't even bitch about it because you have not driven the hole. You sell for threes the whole game. So.
This is not good. This is not good. Now I would like this may be a ding on Missoula here. Like if they're gonna just be calling everything now, like let's take it inside now. Let's test these whistles.
Yeah.
Tatum absolutely taking a backseat again in a big game.
Brogdon's been the primary ball handler. They're trying to take it out of Tatum's hands because the fucking offense is getting stagnant with the ball in his hands.
He's not even moving.
No, I mean that's also that's part on Tatum. That's part on Missoula. You got to run a play for Tatum off the ball.
I mean, and he hits that big 3-pointer right there. That's huge.
Yeah.
But it's not my favorite look. But I can't. That's a foul. Yeah, let's go. Okongwu on Derek White. If we could hit on this possession, that'd be nice. Let's increase that lead a little bit, boys. Please.
Yeah. We could really use a couple.
106-98 with 8 minutes left.
Celtics just so stagnant right now. The offense has no flow right now.
Oh, God, Tatum.
There we go. Get out with it.
Trae Young from fucking the Boston Common. Nice. If Trae Young just stops doing that, I feel like he could increase his stock as a superstar by like a millionfold.
What? Stop taking threes from like 4 feet behind the line.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Ugh, fuck.
When you're hitting, you can take those shots, but if you're not hitting, then it's kind of a force. Like when
It's
you're on
just
a five
ugly.
for 16 shooting night and you're taking threes from 5 feet behind the line, that's not good.
Why not just set up an offensive play? Shoot that Brogdon. Fuck.
Yeah, it's
That's a that's a big man's bucket, Jalen.
yeah.
Over the
That's what I'm
bigger
saying.
player
You could be
too.
doing that all game. I don't know why we're just doing this whole self for three thing. I
That
hate
was a
being that
tough
guy.
bucket.
I hate to be that guy yelling at, because that's all I've heard all year long. Even though we've been one of the best offenses in the league all year long, shooting threes, but when it's not falling, you gotta go to the rim.
Yeah, I mean you're gonna have bad 3 point games in the play. Like you're gonna have bad performances from 3 point in the playoffs, and you can't just like settle for the shots just didn't fall tonight. No, like you got to go get buckets
Go
then. Like you
get
got
the
to go
shot.
take it inside. Yeah.
Go get a foul. Go get hit a couple free throws. See the ball go in a couple times.
Like if it's not
Especially,
hitting from the line, from the 3 point line, you gotta switch it up. You can't just live by the three, die by the three.
and they're not running any plays for like Tatum or Brown or anything like that.
I see Tatum doing a lot of just walking around.
Yeah, you got to set up a play to get like. He's not a slasher. He's not Jalen Brown. He's not smart. He's not a cutter like that. Like you got to set up a play where he can set a back screen, and then somebody sets a screen for him, or get him in the action with him and Brown setting screens for each other or something. Like you got to do some kind of action. Like he's on the court. He's too valuable to be standing there in the corner waiting for the ball to swing around to him.
Yeah.
It's not Grant Williams. It's Jason Tatum. Like come on.
What's with the Grant Williams disrespect? He's trying, all right.
Yeah, he played great. He's probably the only net positive in that game we lost.
Oh, with the fucking commercials. This is brutal. Just get me back to the game.
Yeah, that's the next step for the NBA. Let's get rid of like 90% of these timeouts. Give them like 6 total timeouts for the game.
You've been on this. While I don't hate it, it would definitely change the strategy up a lot.
Yeah, it's not like substitutions are hard to get in the NBA. It's a foul. They call a foul every 3 seconds. You don't need a timeout to get substitutions in.
That's a good point. I tell you what, these fucking Domino's tater tots look pretty goddamn good.
Yeah, a little jalapeno and cheese.
I haven't had Domino's in a grip, but last time I ate it, I think I got sick as a dog.
I love Domino's. That was
Shit's
a week or two ago,
poison.
maybe. Yeah, I mean, it's always the same. It's consistent. You know what you're gonna get.
Yeah, fucking sick illness. You're gonna get fucking ill after.
It's worth it every time.
There's no way that amount of food, that amount of pizza should be like fucking $25. Like that amount of the $5.99 for two
Yeah,
deal or whatever the hell.
you get so much for like no money. I got a $20 gift card. I'm burning a hole in my pocket. That might be dinner tomorrow night.
I'll tell you what, those tots look pretty good. I might order them tomorrow night too. Kim made
Oh, those,
great food tonight, so I can't get in a takeout.
I'd be seeing the TikToks. Their food be looking good.
Yeah, she's a great cook. That's why I'm like fucking $3, baby. I can't not put it down.
Bad and happy, baby.
Yeah. Well, the first part.
Well, none of us are happy. This is
I'll be
2020.
happy if the Celtics can fucking win this game.
Yeah, we can close it out. It's gonna be a big couple of possessions here. You're up 10, 6.5 to go. It's a big couple of possessions here. Get a couple buckets, get a couple stops. Get a couple buckets, get a couple stops. That's all it is. It's a game of runs.
Let John Collins shoot that.
Let's
Good
go.
defense.
I just can't wait for them to play a real team.
You
You know what I
ask and
mean?
you shall receive. We're gonna play them eventually.
I cannot wait for them to not be playing, running these dog fights, these rock fights against the Hawks. Tatum has to step up in this last 6 minutes.
Good defense. No, boys, what are you doing? Come on, fuck.
Rob's out there with 5 fouls too.
Swatting the shit too. He's playing tough D.
He's really good at being the second one to jump. I feel
Mhm.
like he's picked up a couple of cheap ones on the offensive end. John Collins, 1 of 9 shooting tonight.
Yeah, I was gonna say every time he gets the ball, let him shoot it. He's fucking asshole. He's fucking terrible.
Jesus Christ.
He's the worst player on the floor for them, and I don't think it's particularly close.
Yeah, the way Okongwu's been playing this game. Yeah.
Okongwu is like tough. Like he's just like a tough guy. I don't. He mucking it up down in the paint. Collins is like not there in the paint. Like your biggest help at what? Kind of looks like Jordan Poole a little bit.
Does he? I don't see it.
A little bit. I don't know. Maybe not.
Oh, Collins, you mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see it. Yeah. Come on, boys. Now we got fucking Jesus Christ.
Don't foul him, Rob. Jesus. Hands to yourself.
Going kindergarten rules for the next 5 minutes.
Good hustle by Rob. Nice fucking minute right there by him.
He's such an energy guy. His impact on the game is immeasurable. What the energy brings.
That's just a solid 2 minutes to 2 minutes of basketball by Rob Williams.
More
Both
times.
on defense in particular.
Love watching ads, don't you?
Yeah, this is like the last 20 minutes of the podcast is going to be these next 5 minutes.
Jesus Christ.
Hey, did you know it's truck month?
I don't remember the last time it wasn't truck month. Oh God.
So you excited for going back to work Monday? Tomorrow?
Tomorrow? I mean, I worked yesterday, so wasn't like it was a long weekend for me.
True. That sucks.
Yeah, I just did the math, and it would actually be cheaper for me to go get my own insurance than get insurance through my work. So that's pretty sweet.
Yeah, but what are you getting for the plan?
For a dog shit Tufts plan that I had to pay like a over $100 copay just to go see the doctor.
That's brutal.
Yeah, and then I just looked online. And I get Blue Cross for. Look at the thing right here. For like $900 less a year, and pay zero for a copay to go to the doctor or anything like that.
So it's not. So you'd rather pay the 100 and you save the 900?
No, I'm paying more now, and paying a crazy copay every time I go to the doctor, and I can pay $900 less and not have a copay when I go to the doctor.
But do you get dental with yours?
Yeah, the dental is the same thing. I don't have like any coverage or anything. I'm paying like
Do you
$8
have
a
do you
week
get
for
visual
dental.
too?
I don't have any visual or anything on it. My
Weird. You're a
insurance is the
driver.
worst thing ever. I call up the people to have something done, and they're like, "You owe us this much for this. Let me check. I don't think I put your insurance." And I was like, "No, you definitely put my insurance." And she's like, "No, I must have screwed something up." And then she put it in. She's like, "Actually, no, I put everything in correctly, but you still owe us this much." And I was like, "Yeah, I know. That's my
Fuck, that
insurance."
sucks.
And, but now that I'm finding out that information, that makes the job hunt a little bit easier. Because Jesus Christ. Because I'm going to need to go to the doctor after the way the fucking Celtics have been playing. They're going to give me a fucking aneurysm.
I got
You're
fucking
holding up
agita.
to 2 of 14 shooting in this quarter, and you are still barely holding on to this lead because you just can't stop fouling.
I mean, the Hawks are bad. This game should be like 20 point. If the Celtics can just have like a normal offensive possession every once in a while in the fourth, they'd be up like 15.
Yeah, like they're hunting out the Trae Young matchup too much. I think that ends up with a Tatum ISO with 6 seconds left. Like, holy shit!
Come on, Tatum, you're the MVP, right? Time to step up and show everybody why you're most
So
valuable.
bad.
108 to 100, 5.5 minutes left.
We were talking about Joe Mazzulla and what we think of him. I am starting to think that he is struggling as an offensive coach right now. Because
He's gonna shoot this. He's gonna shoot this over Hunter.
he doesn't have a choice.
Whoa, that's a foul. I've never seen somebody cry more after committing the most obvious fouls of all time than Bogdanovich.
Yeah, you can't face guard box up. Like that's rule number one. Second of all, you have your head down and your shoulder in his stomach while you're doing it. Like that's how I used to tackle people in Pee Wee football. Like what are we talking about here?
Oh, he fouled out. Let's go. That's huge. Bye, dude. You suck.
But that's just a terrible offensive possession. Like you ran 2 screens at Trae Young. They didn't switch either of them, and then you ended up with an ISO that on the wing with 5 seconds left for Tatum.
Oh my God, Tatum got his shit plucked. Oh, but it's a foul.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, come on, he raked him across the arms. Well, I guess what's good for please don't tell me he misses a free throw. I'll fucking eat my hat. I'll be so upset.
You wearing a hat?
No, my God, he missed the first one. Yeah. Oh my God, dude, this is like they just wet their pants. I've never seen a team that is so good that just wets their pants. And folks, you'd think we'd be losing this game. We're up 9 points with 5 minutes left. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but a lead like that's a very susceptible lead in this NBA, the way you shoot the three.
Trae Young is not scared to take it inside.
No.
He's like the smallest player on the fucking floor. Al, you have Al Horford literally has a mismatch on Trae Young and he passes it out. Come on, guys. 109 to 104 with 4 minutes left.
This is not how this game is supposed to go.
Take it inside. There we go. Good fucking find, Jalen. Although he almost got plucked too by Trae Young. Drop coverage defense again.
This is the quiet part of the podcast. You could add in some like Jeopardy music with this one.
It worked again. Keep it up. Keep that going.
That's what I'm saying. Once you get into the paint, like it's there. It's whatever you want is there.
Now mix in a defensive stop here.
DeJounte Murray are not giving you anything on the outside. So you drive them down to the paint, you engage Capella, and then you can get to Rob or get it to the shooters. DeAndre Hunter having the game of his life.
Nice. What do you mean? I just saw Tatum get hacked on his way to the rim.
I'm just saying, like he's got 27 points tonight in a playoff game. Like I didn't.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't see that one coming.
I don't think even DeAndre Hunter saw that one coming. I don't think DeAndre Hunter's mama saw that one coming.
God, he hit his free throws. Thank God.
It's not even like the
I think you're gonna get your Jaylen Brown portion of the bet.
yeah. It's not even like the Hawks shot or like out shooting you on the free throw line. Like there's 19 of 22, you're 17 of 21.
What do you need, what bets do you need?
Oh, my bet's already over because Young hit 7 free throws, so
No.
that slips over. And my other slip was over because Capella got a steal.
Bum, bum, ba-dum. That sucks. Celtics -7 still in play. Believe it or not.
Yeah,
Not the way I'm bitching.
yeah, we just expect a lot out of this team, a lot more than they're giving us. That's for sure.
I think because we know this Hawks team is not really. I mean, they are a playoff team. I don't know why we wrote them off so bad. Like they do have a superstar in Trae Young, and Dejounte Murray's a very tough, like good. Not he might not be a superstar, but he's like a very good piece.
Don't slow this fucking game down like this.
Oh my God, Tatum! Let's go for three.
Yeah, that was big time.
Yeah, that was huge. That was big boy buckets. Awful shot, and Trae Young gets it right back. Fuck.
Yeah, this has been a wild fourth quarter. Trae Young got 14 points just in the fourth quarter.
Jalen wants the mismatch. Ugh, good board. That's good offense. That's just good offense. Good hustle. Way to move the ball around.
Yeah, see the ball touch the paint and then hit the corner, and then you get a three and then you hit it. That's good offense.
Everybody touched the ball.
Yeah,
Everybody touched. All five people touched the ball.
that's how you play offense. If you do that for an entire game, then you're not down here fucking with these guys within firing distance of you. Hawks fans are already leaving. Like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, everybody knows they're not a real fan. Well, I don't know. I feel like Atlanta fans aren't that great.
No, they're not.
They haven't really been had anything to cheer about though in a while. So, although they went to the Eastern Conference Finals not that long ago.
Yeah, that was after a bubble year. The big thing was that was after the bubble year, and everybody was beat to shit that year because everybody played so late into the year.
All right, boys, if we can close this game out strong, I'd appreciate it. Daddy needs a vacation. Oh my God, not like that. Not like that, please. Please. I have money on the spread.
I am doing such a great job of not saying anything. I feel like, God,
Shoot that, Jalen. What are you doing jerking off and not fucking. And he fucking turns it over. Oh, just kidding. Psych. Ah, let's go.
big dunk from JB. Big dunk. That's how.
No threes, no threes, no threes. They're going to just absolutely start chucking them, though. Let's go. Illegal screen, boys. What do you do if you're the Hawks here? Do you foul them? I mean, it's over, basically, right? It's like an impossibility for them to win. I mean, it's not, but
Not with threes. You're basically trying to pick everybody's pocket and get the ball to Trey so he can shoot another three. That's your game plan. Oh boy. Yeah, this is This is an absolute rock fighter game.
Wow. In the exclamation mark. Tatum with the jam. He's launching. Okay, he hits it. Do
So
they
I'm saying
foul now?
get the ball to Trey.
They do foul him.
Now you play the foul game.
It's a little too late.
The way you can shoot threes now, though,
With
you get
23
three.
seconds left.
You get a three every 4 seconds.
Yeah, okay. The Celtics have to turn the ball, have the worst 23 seconds of basketball of all time for that to happen. If he hits one
Okay.
free throw, it's over. Bang. Celtics fans mucking it up in the crowd. Love to see it.
Give him the 3-1.
3
Up to
1.
3-1.
Well, all that bitching, all that crying, the belly aching.
We tried so hard to fucking lose this game. We really did. We took this game so unserious. It was so frustrating. It really is to watch that game.
Come on, guys.
No way
It's
Rob played this.
over. Why they just fouling for shits and gigs now? Like, come on.
You gotta do. It's the playoffs. This isn't like a game in November or something. Like this is the playoffs.
There's no way they can even come
If there was a
back.
half a second left and I'm down by 12, I'm fouling. I don't give a fuck.
The
Yeah, I'm
universe
running
just
at the
wants me
stripe.
to lose. The universe just wants me to lose this bet. How many times do we have to tell you this one, old man?
Eating like a motherfucker. Goddamn.
Who is?
Jalen.
His finger?
After they fouled him though. No. It's on his elbow.
All right, I'm gonna. Once this fucking rigmarole ends, I'm gonna end my night with some Succession.
I have never watched that show. I don't think I ever will.
It's very good.
I mean, fucking, I ain't got no time to keep up with anything.
Well, it's over after the season, so it's only 4 seasons. You breeze right through it.
I feel like that's a good cap on the amount of seasons. There's 4 seasons. I feel like after 4 seasons, you just start reaching too much on your plots.
Well, I mean, this one is like, yeah. That can be the case, but like then you have the thing where it's Seinfeld, where it's like everybody wanted another season, and like it just ended weirdly out of the blue, and
Or
that show could have went on ad infinitum. Like,
yeah, there's been other ones where people have died and shit. They just had to end it. But Seinfeld's also a lot different because it's not like it has a plot, but it's like a sitcom. It's not
no,
like
it's literally called
not
the
a
show about
drama.
nothing.
Yeah, it's not a drama. It's not like there's nothing crazy going on. It's not Breaking Bad or anything like that.
Well, this one, something big just happened that like there could be like a whole nother 4 seasons spun off of what's going to happen after this one moment, but they're not doing that. And I've heard from Bill Simmons once again. Shout out to Bill Simmons.
Yeah,
Like and
just
subscribe,
sponsor us.
buddy.
Get us on the ringer.
Get us
We'll
on the
take that
BS
money.
report.
That check clears.
But he reviews like these big TV shows and stuff too. And I forgot my point.
It's gone. It's gone forever. Never be heard from again. Big win by the Celtics, even though they really just tried to piss that away. They won by 8 points.
Thank Christ.
That's good for your boy. Dejounte Murray hit a three with like 5 seconds left to cut it to 8 too. So like you're lucky.
Holy crap. Money.
The
Oh fuck.
monies. Big
Yeah,
monies.
that was good. That was good.
What's
That was
your
good.
takeaways from that absolute shit show?
Listen, I want to be mad. There's definitely things to improve upon. I think everything we bitched about was correct. Like taking, and they ended up taking it inside, and that's kind of when the game ended. Like when Jalen started taking it inside twice and started dishing it to Rob. That's when we started pulling away a little bit. Listen, like it's the playoffs. The Hawks are there for a reason. They may not be the best team in the playoffs. They might not even be a good team, but they're a playoff team. And you know, what should have been a double-digit win, or what?
It should have been
It's a
a less
tough win on the
stressful
road.
win. It should have been a less stressful win. We'll put it that way.
It should have been a less stressful win, but it's a road win. You ended up pulling it away, and it wasn't like a. I mean, for as much bitching, the Hawks never had the lead outside of the first quarter, right? Like it was not like a boat race.
Well, yeah, I don't think we boat raced them. I think we might have been in the lead the whole time, but it wasn't like we were in the lead by 20 and then 10 and then 20. Like they were cutting into it deep.
Yeah, I mean, listen, they don't say a series. They say a series starts when the first home team loses. So
Yeah, I mean that's also how this series basically just went to an end because you're up 3-1 going back to Boston.
yep, and I think they're going to close it out. I thought that the 7 point spread was particularly low. It ended up being just about right. So I think I'm expecting a Celtics double-digit win at home, and we'll close the series out. And we're on to Philadelphia.
On to
What about you?
Philadelphia. I don't see the Hawks putting up much of a fight in Boston. I feel like their role players all played out of their minds at home.
This was
That's
their
all
best
for them.
shot.
Yeah, I mean you had 27 points from DeAndre Hunter. Like you're not getting 27 from him in Boston.
Not again. And
So
Trey
like
Young
I
had a
don't.
good game.
Yeah,
DeJounte Murray felt like he had an okay game.
I mean, freaking Trey Young had like 17 or 20 points in the fourth quarter, like something wild like that, and that just to hold them in place basically because they still couldn't stop us on defense. When we decided we wanted to go to the cup, we went to the cup. We got what we wanted. I'd like to
Yeah.
see them establish that early in Boston, and then work your way out from there. Start in, work your way out.
DeJounte Murray, 23, 9 boards, 6 assists on 9 for 20 shooting.
That's a
Four
good.
for 8 from 3.
That's a good game.
Finishes a -16.
Just getting attacked on defense.
Yeah.
That's the problem with those small guards. Like I know DeJounte's not too small of a guard, but he doesn't play a lot of defense. Like they was always touted as being a great defensive player, but he doesn't play defense like that anymore since he left the Spurs.
And when you're a small guard, unfortunately, your matchup is Jaylen Brown, who is a small wing, not a small guard. He's a giant guard, small wing.
Yeah, and then if you get switched off of Jaylen Brown, it's like you get Jason Tatum, who is a small power
Giant
forward.
wing, small big.
He's a small power forward that plays basically a two guard.
Yeah, exactly.
Flip it
Um,
down.
so yeah, I mean, weird. I feel a little bit weird after that, but
You
who's
kind
the
of
best
know
player of the game? You think?
it was Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown at 31. He was efficient.
31, 12 of 22 from the field, 3 for 4 from 3, four
Yeah, he was
boards, 3
efficient.
assists.
I
Yeah,
think he's the leading scorer of the game. I think right.
double check that.
I don't
DeAndre
think Tatum
Hunter
had more
wasn't.
than. Well, Tatum might have had some few free throws at the end, but
Your
I
leading
think
scorer for the Boston Celtics was actually Tatum and Brown were tied.
31 apiece. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of free throws at the end there for Tatum. That'll help you out.
Yeah, Tatum went 11 for 12 from the free throw line. Jalen went 4 for 5. Tatum went 8 for 20 from the field, 4 for 13 from 3. Not a great game.
No, a lot of settling for those threes too. Don't like seeing that from him. He's at his best when he's attacking, and when he's coming off the screens and getting downhill.
Who's the plus? This is hilarious. Who led the Celtics in plus minus?
Marcus Smart.
No,
That's Al Horford with 0 points.
not Al Horford. Plus 17 plus minus 0 points, 11 boards, and 5 assists.
Yeah, that's Al Horford right there. Doing a little.
That is insane.
Love to see it from Al.
That's a ridiculous stat line. Jesus.
That's a great stat line for Al. I love that.
I mean, I wish he hit a few fucking buckets. That'd be nice.
Yeah, it would have made it a lot easier. That's for sure.
Yeah.
It only took about what, like 3 or 4 shots.
He went 0 for 2 from the field and 0 for 2 from 3. So, yeah, you only took 2 3-pointers and missed them both.
They front rim on both.
That's fucking funny.
That's a fucking Al game if I've ever seen it.
All right, Steve.
Well,
Let's.
what do you got?
That's all I got.
I want to forget about this game. Is what I want to do.
The next game is on Tuesday, and
Yeah,
then Thursday.
Thursday. Oh, if the Hawks series continues Thursday.
Do you want to leave it here, or do you want to do another one? When do you want to do another one?
I'll do one on Tuesday with you if you want. Don't matter to me.
Okay. All right.
You're the boss.
We'll look forward to Tuesday, folks.
I think that's been it from the good old fashioned bitching report.
The bitchin' report. Rebrand.
Rebrand. Get the t-shirts out.
I'm your head bitch, Cody. That's the number 2
I'm the
bitch,
bottom bitch.
Steve.
I'm the bottom bitch.
And we've been the Banner Report.
Peace out, Butterscotch.